Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm gonna tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Yeah, y'all. Oh, damn. Let me turn my TV down. Hold on. Oh, okay. Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Jay Black, Tony Scott. Sexy Mo will be here at like around 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, supposedly.
Good morning, Kathy.
Allegedly. Kathy Black. What up, Kathy?
All right, y'all. Let's get to it. I'm tired. I'm sleepy.
What you tired from, son? It's Tuesday, February
it's Tuesday. You at home? You were comfortable?
Yeah, I'm tired. I really don't feel like doing this shit.
Oh, damn. Yeah. What it is the jet lag. When you get used to the time frame in one Central Standard Time, you shift in. You know, you come in on a high, then you settle down. Yeah. Or you need that down C4 in Jersey.
Yeah, I got this. I didn't get to C4, but I've been up since like 5 o'clock in the morning, which is 6, but it's 7:15 here, so I've been up for 2 hours. So I'm over here just trying to get it together and see what goes on. But everybody, hey, congratulations for waking up, because you could be dead. Bam! How about that? How about that's the way to start a morning show? Congratulations, you could be dead. Congratulations, you're breathing.
That is kind of
Everybody's true. Breathing up in his joint. So it's
what
all
up,
good.
Don Page 215.
Don Page, what's going on?
Hey, Don Page.
Shout out to everybody in IG. So, Jay Black, how was your night last night? I think I talked to you for a quick moment last night.
Oh, last night. Yeah, last night was good. It was. I'm behind. I didn't get to watch the Tommy Power show. I'm behind. I ran out of time and get tired. I saw Celebrity Big Brother. For those who watching, they they saw who got kicked out the house, and it keeps it moving. It keeps it moving. It was good. I love my shows, and I actually watched The Bachelor yesterday. I'm invested because it is one chick. I want to see how it play out. But yeah, I'm all in my TV shows, and that's what I do. I get when I get home, Shiny, I get caught up on my shows.
Yeah, the whole world.
What a life.
I love it. They done dumbed us down so crazy. Like we are literally. But go ahead. All right. So
it's entertainment. It's entertainment. So
now our whole life is entertainment. After you get up there, you get on IG entertainment.
And then I had to go see what's going on IG. You're right. How did you know? Yeah.
Because we are all dumb as fuck.
What? Social media is the way of the world.
Do you know in China, their TikTok, you don't get views based on doing dances and shit like that. You don't get all that goofy shit that we do. You're not allowed views. You only get it like on stuff that is like productive, like engineering tips. We dumb as fuck in America. We really are. Like, we dancing. Like the adults are dancing.
Producing videos.
Yeah.
We dumb as hell. Like, we ain't going to be happy till 15 years from now we realize we got dumbed down to the point that we can't fight back.
So that means you're doing that other one with the picture challenge where your picture going to come down.
I refuse.
Like, where's Mike at?
I refuse the picture challenge so everybody can go, yeah, it happens by mistake. Yeah, no, it's not me that put this picture up here.
Oh, who is this Puerto Rican?
I don't understand how that works though. So you pick the sound and it automatically just picks.
No, you save the sound and then you put the picture in.
Oh, you picked the person that you want.
They had to pick. Yeah, I saw this one dude look like Cuba Gooding
we
Jr.
Dumb as fuck, y'all.
I giggled at a couple of them.
We dumb. All we want to do is giggle.
It takes too long to do TikTok sometimes, but I enjoy being on TikTok. I'm gonna make some TikToks over the weekend.
It's fun moments. Shiny be buying it with her daughter doing the videos. I'd be like, okay, that was cool.
I listen, no offense to anybody, but China's playing the fuck out of us right now. They're making us dumb as hell. Like they literally giggling at us right now.
It's just
like they gave us the COVID and then they're like, oh, keep dancing. So y'all don't see it coming. Keep wearing masks. I'm telling you.
Oh, Kathy watched Celebrity Big Brother yesterday. Yeah, unanimous decision.
And Jay worried about Celebrity Big Brother like it's not scripted. He believes it's really not scripted.
It's not.
He believes it's not scripted.
It's not. You can't script games. How are you playing competitions? You can't script rolling the ball like playing like bowling. Like you can't script how the pin's going to fall.
Oh,
like,
you can't? Are you there for editing?
Right. It's not
so
scripted.
Fucking ridiculous, dog.
It's
so
not
fucking
scripted.
Ridiculous, yo. We're idiots. We're idiots right now. He really thinks
Afro Queen.
He really thinks that the directors go like, just roll the ball. We don't care if the most unpopular person actually wins this. Don't worry, we'll be fine. Of course they do. It's nothing but a TV show that's edited and directed. Ain't no different from Love and Hip Hop.
The person that never watched. Now, Love and Hip Hop, you could tell those scenes are scripted. The storylines are scripted.
This is why today I'm not in the mood to do this shit today.
Good morning, Afro Queen.
This is
what up, Afro
This is so
Queen?
Stupid. This
Kelly
is
J.
so dumb.
Good morning, Kelly J.
What it do?
So ridiculous.
Oh goodness.
What do it do? Yeah, and watching that Love and Hip Hop. Oh well, no, you ain't finished. Go ahead, let you keep
No, go ahead, finish. Because I'm tired. Trust me, y'all gonna rock this show today. Because this is stupidity at its highest level.
It was a topic because Peter Guns, they was doing like this gay pride celebration, and Amina Butterfly, which is Peter Guns' ex-wife, she mentioned how Peter said, yeah, they got divorced. Wow. Yeah, they even had and then but they were talking about gay pride, and Peter was like, yeah, I supported Jonathan and support you in the movement. And Amina got up and said,
who is Jonathan?
Is a gay guy. What is, I don't know. He's a gay, I guess he's an influencer. He's been on the show.
And he's on the show. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know his last name. But Amina outed Peter Guns by saying, well, you can't support gay pride if you didn't even allow your 4-year-old to be a ladybug for Halloween. And
4-year-old girl?
Kid, little boy
to be a ladybug?
He wanted to be a ladybug in the pink leotard or whatever. And Peter was like, nah, that's for girls. So it gave that debate of, is that not supporting the gay pride movement if you don't allow your son to dress up as I guess what would be perceived as a girly character for Halloween? And then that became a big deal. And I was like, could you not support the movement if you don't want your son wearing female clothing? And then that
got on the IGJ because they don't know what you're talking about.
This is true. But that debate came up, and I thought that was very interesting topic to see how they went back and forth related. So, Shiny, can you support the gay pride movement if you don't allow your son to wear girl clothing?
Well, I don't have a son like that. Oh, wow. If my son came to me and said, Mommy, I want to be a ladybug for Halloween, or I guess, I don't know. Let's see, if Carly and Tamron came to me and said, I want to be Superman for Halloween, I'd tell them, no, you need to be Supergirl or Wonder Woman.
Oh, it's not supporting the gay pride movement potentially.
That's not supporting the gay pride.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know.
But if I had a boy that wanted to be a pink ladybug, I don't know. I don't know. I can't really answer that. I don't know. A pink ladybug. But how is that not supporting the gay pride movement if I just say, no, you need to be a black ladybug or something? Because ladybugs are boys too, right? They have both sexes, right? They reproduce, so they got to be male and female. So you can have a boy ladybug.
No.
What you got a boy. So what if your baby came to you and said, hey, Dad, I'm gonna be a pink ladybug this year?
Well, this ain't about me.
Why the fuck you bring it up then?
No, play.
This is your night. You telling us about your night, and it's all about you.
This is why This is why I'm not getting invested. I'm not getting invested.
It is offensive for some people, but no, there's no scenario where I'll be comfortable with my son saying I want to, be a ladybug and me not express those thoughts or steer them.
Why in this world? Why is it everything always about you being comfortable? That's what I want to know. I just want to know why, Jay Black, everything in this fucking world is based on how you feel fucking comfortable about something. Like what? The whole world revolves around you being comfortable. I'm not comfortable because you want to wear this. And the world's supposed to stop because you're not comfortable. It's just amazing to me. Every time we talk about something, it's based on you not fucking being
in my opinion. Well, I look at me as me. I'm the one. I can share these thoughts if I feel a certain way.
No, but you don't want anybody to do nothing because you're not comfortable.
No, my 4 or 5-year-old is not wearing a pink leotard Ladybug outfit if I have any say.
Why?
Because I want to steer them in that like Shawnee said,
you want to steer them where do you want to steer them, y'all?
No, the conversation from the show, what they were saying.
I know the conversation. You don't have to explain to me. I'm quite intelligent. You don't have to explain to me. I know exactly what Peter Guns was saying. I'm not in the mood today. Peter Guns was upset because his son wanted to wear something that he felt was gay or feminine. Why is it that y'all really believe that kids are supposed to make you feel comfortable even though they want to wear something? So go ahead.
Well, the debate was: are you born that way? Are you encouraging that behavior? Are you allowing them to express themselves, to be themselves? So that was the conversation of are you steering your kids? Is it doing more harm than good? So that was
2022. You still think you're steering your kids to be gay?
Well, so a lot of people believe that they can alter going down that path. What do you mean?
Hey, how about this? How about this, Jay? Could I have altered you being a heterosexual? Could I have altered that? Could I have gotten you to be gay, Jay Black, if I raised you? Could I have made you be gay?
What some people say is if you're raised by females, some people say there's no male figure.
Here we go.
You talking about me?
I don't want to play this bullshit. Either answer the question or shut the fuck up.
Wait, answer what was the question?
If you were a 5-year-old, could I get you to be gay, Jay Black?
I believe if I'm a 5-year-old, I can be influenced if I'm only raised by females. I believe that some of that it has some validity to it. Even Kanye said that's why he had some feminine.
Fuck Kanye! I'm asking Jay Black. Jay Black, I'm asking you. I'm not doing this morning. I'm asking you. You were raised by your mom. You could have all the vaginas around you. Would you have been gay simply because they would have led you to that? I want to know. Because if that's the case, there's a revelation.
but the other gay gentleman is Zell Swag. He agreed.
I'm not doing this today. Y'all do it. I'm not
Read the comments, Shine. I don't know.
Okay.
What is he saying?
James says, I'm going to be honest. You love your kids unconditionally. So if your son or daughter wants to wear an opposite sex costume, shouldn't make the difference. They have to accept you as who you are as a parent, regardless on what you do or what you wear or how you act, which is true.
Don says,
definitely born that way. I knew my son was going to be gay when he was 5. Let's see.
Kelly J.
She said, I've been liking girls and boys since elementary school. But in my family, we couldn't show the liking of the same sex. I never told anyone until I was older. I mean, but I don't think the costume says I don't think the costume says you're gay or not. I don't think that. Because we do Halloween parties, sometimes the girls dress up like boys.
We can't backtalk because you did say you wouldn't want your girls to be Superman.
I said if my daughter, I did. I'm not back talking. I said if Carly and Tammy came in and said, "Mommy, I want to be Superman," I'd be like, "Well, why you not gonna be Supergirl or Wonder Woman?"
Why?
Yeah, I would ask that question.
What do y'all think's gonna happen?
Nothing is gonna happen, but with Superman, there's a female version of it. So I would want to know. Well,
but they don't. But Superwoman is whack. Nobody cares about Superwoman. Superwoman doesn't go. Nobody goes to the movies to see Superwoman. Her movie failed. It was Superman.
If they say that.
It's a TV show. It's a TV series.
It's like if your little girl wants to be LeBron James Ain't no chick in basketball on the same level as LeBron James. Do y'all really think if somebody wears a costume, they're gonna be gay?
That's what I just said. The costume doesn't make them gay. But
So
I would
why did you
ask,
initially say?
but even if they said, well, for Halloween, I want to be LeBron James, I'm gonna say, well, have y'all checked out the WNBA? Do you know
this
there
is-
are women that play basketball too?
But they don't mess with them. They're
Yeah,
trying
but
to
I
dress
can
like the
expose them
popular
to it.
person.
I can expose them to that, so they
For
know the other
what?
side.
Nobody's gonna even know who they are for Halloween. They're like, who are you? Oh, this chick from the WNBA.
Lisa Leslie. I'm Lisa Leslie.
Okay,
Lisa
don't
Leslie did
nobody
great
know who
things.
Lisa. I know Lisa Leslie.
Yeah,
I can be LeBron James and Lisa Leslie. Who you gonna be?
Lisa Leslie.
This is why Jay Black and Shawnee are the same fucking person.
What does that mean?
Y'all are homophobic for real.
I am not
No,
homophobic.
You are
no,
both
that
are
wasn't-
homophobic.
no.
Both of
No.
y'all.
I am not homophobic.
Both of y'all.
No.
No,
Your daughter comes up to you and says, I want to dress like LeBron James. Why can't you dress like a WNBA player? Because we don't fuck with WNBA players. LeBron James is the most famous person in the world as an athlete. And y'all want him to, and then Jay's like, you going to dress like a butterfly? Fuck you going to dress like a butterfly for? What? Because he likes butterflies. It's not because he wants dick. It's not because he wants dick. It's because he really likes butterflies. Butterflies are really fucking pretty.
That was Peter Guns on Loving Hip Hop.
That was Jay Black and Shawnee Scott on Michael Shawn in the fucking Takeover Legends. That's what it was, y'all. Both homophobe. Y'all the same people with just different private parts.
No.
And Jay, and the scary part is Jay believe it. Jay literally thinks it makes a difference if a child wants to wear a costume. That is all the adult paranoia that adults put on their kids. It's all the paranoia that we have from us growing up in this paranoid growing up like, yo, you can't do this. This is why we say pause 7,000 times. This is why we're like, pause this and pause that. Because we're super homophobic.
Oh, you are?
No, you are.
Wait, you say pause.
Doug, you got scared. He was like, you called Michael B. Jordan handsome? What type of dude?
You said he was attractive. That's what you
He's
said.
an attractive man.
Yeah,
That's obvious.
Obvious to who?
I'm an attractive man.
To
I'm gay for
everybody.
myself. Like, I love myself.
I'm
What
gay
are you
for
talking
myself.
about? I love myself when I look in the mirror. Michael B. Jordan is an attractive man. Denzel in his prime was an attractive man. They're dudes that are attractive men. And you're so homophobic, you like, oh, pause. You said he's attractive.
I'm a colorist. I'm homophobic. Can y'all stop saying those things?
You're everything. You're all those things.
I cannot be everything.
You were born in the 50s. I swear you were literally born in 1955, dog. I believe you're like 70, dog. 80.
So would you let Superman see Frozen? James is asking.
Would I what?
Let him see Frozen?
Yeah, would you let your
son see Frozen?
The movie? My daughter introduced them to Frozen. They watched it. What are you talking about? Yeah,
it's a great movie.
It's a movie.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he said I want to be a princess for Halloween. That would be a different conversation.
If he wanted to be Elsa.
Yeah, I don't know how I would feel.
Ice Queen.
Oh my god.
And he wanted to.
But that's where the conversation went. But I said Peter can still support the movement if he didn't want his kid wearing a pink Ladybug outfit, tights and all that stuff. He was saying that doesn't mean he's against gay people. So that's how that conversation just took off in a whole different direction, and how being raised by a man, not having your dad in your life, and the flaming gays versus the some masculinity. It was an interesting conversation and debate that was on the show. That's all I was saying.
That were raised in 2-parent homes, mom and dad homes that are gay.
Yeah, and then there's some that didn't have the male in the house, and
oh my god,
and that's what they all were saying. They all had different experiences.
I cannot believe y'all really think because a man wasn't in the house, a kid was
it
gay.
Could affect their movement.
Oh my
Kanye
god.
said it was
But
for him.
it
I heard that
happens.
before.
Are you gonna quote
That's all
fucking
you can see.
Kanye? You're gonna quote Kanye?
You know what I'm saying? There's people
No,
that,
my
that didn't
heterosexual.
have examples.
No. If I didn't have a dad in my life, if I didn't have one single dude in my
Come on,
life,
Erica.
I would have still been a flaming heterosexual, yo. Nothing was gonna make me not be attracted to women. Y'all are really like in 1960. If you don't have a male role model and you have girls around you, you're literally gonna be gay.
No, that's not what they said. You pick up female.
We talking about what you said though. You said they don't have male role models, but it's people that got moms and dads, and they turn out they're gay. They gay, and they got a daddy in the house.
Not what they were saying. Like if all you seeing is female movements and body motions, the kids pick up things, and their emotions and movements can be, altered. That's what they were saying. I guess not having know how a guy moves and walks and carries themselves, being raised by females can affect some kids. Not saying that they want to be gay, but that's all that was. And Mike trying.
So what about the girls that are just raised by their dad?
How am I going? Hold up. This is what I hate about this fucking show. Nobody's going down a different path, dog. Just simply because I'm exposing the ignorance of just saying that you're going to be gay. And I just asked you a simple question that you refuse to answer like you normally do.
You didn't say that.
No. The question I asked you is if you didn't have a male role model and you had no dudes and you were raised by women, would you have been gay? All we needed was a yes or no, but you can't do that.
Because you trying to go down a different.
Still can't do it.
Because that's not what I was telling you about the show and the gay pride.
No,
and
I'm asking. I understand
how that came about.
all the deflecting. I get it. All the deflecting. The bottom line is that Peter Gunz made a statement about how you can be influenced. So I asked you a question to personalize it. If you were just raised by nothing but women, would you be gay, Jay? That was it. That was a simple question. And you still don't want to answer it.
Again, feminine traits does not equal.
So
gay.
I'm asking you, if you were around nothing but vaginas and breasts your entire life, and the first time you saw a man was at a barbershop at 10, would you be gay?
That doesn't even make sense what you're saying. So that's why it's kind of like, wait, I don't know. That don't make sense. Feminine traits. Can you pick up feminine traits by being around all females? Yeah. Can you believe that? Do you believe that to be true?
Real calm. You just said.
Good morning,
Queen.
You just said if a boy is raised by women and he will pick up feminine traits,
that's
and
what Kanye said.
And he doesn't have a male role model. He doesn't have any male. So I said, if you were in the same situation, raised like that, would you have been gay?
Feminine traits and gay ain't the same thing. So
I'm
that
just
ain't gonna
asking
make you
a question.
No.
Why can't you answer the question?
I think I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm not doing this show today.
You did. All right, so that was my night. I was watching some shows. That was my night. I thought it was interesting.
Y'all do the show. Y'all go ahead.
No, we're moving on. We're moving on.
No, you're not gonna move on because you don't get to pick when I ask you a fucking question and it's just yes or no.
Because life ain't just about a yes or no response. It's really not.
All right, I'm done.
It really isn't. It's not that clear cut.
There's no reason to do a show, Jay, if you're just gonna be a dickhead and just not answer simple. I'm done. Y'all have a good day.
You mean?
No, y'all have a good day. No, y'all have a good day.
Wait, where is he
no,
doing?
He dropped the lie.
Off IG. Wait a minute.
Oh wow.
He didn't really leave me, but he really did leave me.
Yeah, he left. He's gone.
Like gone.
He's gone. Out of there.
Morning, Stacy. Mike gone. Like he for real.
He did.
He really did end it.
Yeah.
He was frustrated from the door. I'm just telling you how my night was watching these shows, and that was it.
Everybody's, left the show.
Hey, the viewers are still there, so that's good. Hey, yeah. I don't know what y'all want to talk about now. Then since Mike is up, that was a Black History moment.
But you were not answering the question, though, Jay. You would not answer.
You trying to force me to say yes or no.
It's just yes or no. It's just yes or no. Do you think you would be gay?
Every response is not a yes or no.
We don't have to go into all that. It's real simple. It's
not. Everything isn't just a yes or no cut and dry response.
But that's what you're saying. You saying that if they don't have a male role model in the house, then they might end up gay, and that's not true.
I didn't say that. That's not what Peter said. He just didn't want his 4 and 5-year-old son wearing a pink ladybug outfit for Halloween.
You said, but if they don't have a male influence in the house and they around a whole bunch of women, that could cause them to be gay.
No, I didn't say cause them to be gay. I did not say that.
Okay, pick up feminine tendencies.
I said Kanye's acknowledged that being raised by women.
But no. But Mike was asking you, Jay Black. He was asking you, Jay Black. Jay Black's opinion, not what Kanye said, not what Peter said, not what Shawnee said, but you. Do you think?
Yeah, Jeanette, he left.
Do you think if you were raised by only women,
would I have feminine traits?
Would you have feminine traits? No. Mike's question was, would you be gay? That was Mike's question.
And then I gave him my response about the feminine traits.
But we just wanted an answer, just like yes or no.
But he always try to force a direct response.
No, listen.
But I can give you an answer without saying yes or no, and that can be my response and my answer. And then that's when you have to say your piece, and then we move on. But he was trying to demand, once again, a direct answer. Jacqueline said, "Come back, Mike, if you got it on YouTube. You watching on Twitch. What's all outlets? Amazon Fire TV, all of our outlets." He left.
Mike's gone. Mike's out of there. He can't do it today.
He's doing the Matrix again. God, I just be trying to respond the way I respond, because just because people be wanting me to say certain things the way they want me to say it, that ain't how life goes. You got to accept people's response and move on. If everything isn't yes or no, then what is it? Okay. What is she saying, Shawnee? Because I know she's trying to.
She said if everything isn't a yes or no, so that means some things can be yes or no. So basically, she's saying you could have answered that question yes or no. It's just simple. It's yes or no. You make it too hard, Jay. You make it difficult.
I make it difficult.
Yeah.
And we all say love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, but I make it difficult.
We do love you for who you are, but just answer the question, yes or no.
What
does female tendencies have to do with being gay? Now you gonna sit here and be silent?
I'm trying to read the comments. I was just trying to read the comments because I'm
okay. Well, read them out loud.
Ended the IG and then and left the show.
Read them out loud.
But he was frustrated when he came on, so something else is going on.
No, you frustrated him.
No,
because you wouldn't answer the question.
No, he said you were me. He said we the same. So you played the part because you said you wouldn't let your daughters be Superman, but they could be Supergirl.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I didn't say I wouldn't let them be. I said I would ask them, why don't you be Supergirl or Wonder Woman?
And this is a good question. What's the definition of insanity? Is asking, what is it? Saying is asking
doing
whatever and expecting
getting a different result. Yeah.
Why does he keep trying to force me to do yes or no answers when he knows that that's not how I operate? So the definition of insanity is what he's attempting, where we just have to accept it and then move on.
You the definition of insanity.
He's acting like, did Mike just bail on us because he didn't like a response and just disappear? No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
There's some truth to these. I'm just saying. I think he's back. I think he's back, Stacey. I think I heard something. Wait
a minute, is that him? Wait, let's see. There he is.
Wait, he is back.
Hey, I learned something. I'm gonna write everything Jay Black says, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write everything Jay Black says right here. Jay Black's comments. And then I'm gonna ask him to answer questions that he doesn't want to answer.
We got sexy mode too. Mm-hmm. We got we went from just me and you, Shotty, to a full house.
Mike left us.
Mike left us, Mo.
You left? What happened?
Oh, I can't deal with the bullshit. It's dumb. I can't have.
Shots fired, Stacey.
Yeah, she did.
Shots fired.
I can't have conversations with people who don't want to answer questions that are yes or no.
But Kathy even said, why do you always try to force a yes or no
because
response when you
there's
know
a
how
question.
this is going to end?
What's your name, Jay Black? Jay Black, is your name?
Insanity.
That's not insanity. That's common sense.
But you know, I'm never. Sometimes I just don't.
No,
do
but that's because you
yes
live
or
a
no
life.
responses.
You live a life. You live in your little world that you think you can dictate what questions you fucking ask. Is your name Jay Black? Yes or no?
Yes, I go by
Okay.
Jay Black.
Are you black? Yes or no?
Yeah.
We're on a roll. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
He said you're on a roll.
We're on a roll. We're on a fucking roll now. Hey,
Good morning, sexy Mo.
Hey, Jay Black. Jay Black. How many kids do you have? How many kids do you have?
On my taxes, or see that could get tricky.
Now that's blackity. That's a blackity black statement.
Is your wife Jay Black? Yes or no? Is your wife named Lady Q?
She goes by Lady Q. See, but
yes
that,
or no?
I respond.
Yes or no?
You said
Jay Black, the lady, the woman right there, the woman that just came on, is her name Sexy Mo?
She goes by Sexy Mo.
Okay.
But you see how I respond? I didn't say yes or no.
This doesn't
but
make
that was an answer.
So what is the point of having a
that's an
conversation
example.
with you if all you do is try and be frustrating to people because you don't want to answer questions because the shit you say?
I said she goes by Sexy Mo.
Shawnee,
that was an answer.
What is Shawnee's name?
It wasn't a yes or no. Don't make
Is Shawnee's name Shawnee? Yes or no?
And then once again, I would say she goes by Shawnee Scott.
Good morning.
No, that's my name. What do you
know,
mean?
but if I responded like that, Shawnee,
that's my name.
That's not the answer.
No, that's not the answer that you want.
No,
and
that's not the answer in real
from.
life. In real life, her name is Shawnee.
All right. The disconnect is how I respond.
No, the disconnect is that you really think you can ignore. No, you can ignore. No, she doesn't go by Shawnee. Her name is Shawnee. Her fucking name is Shawnee. It's not what she goes by. That's her name.
Oh, y'all want to roll, Jackie? That's a good one.
You can't control how I respond.
I'm not controlling. You're trying to control reality.
You legit trying to. Accept my response. You can't control.
Shawnee, what is your name? Shawnee, what is your name, Shawnee?
Shawnee Scott.
Mo, what's your name?
Mo.
It's not what they go by. That's their name. You can't control reality. You can't control reality. So my question, once again, which you don't want to answer, if you were raised by nothing but women, would you be gay? Yes or no?
That's not what Peter Guns in the show was
I'm asking you. I'm asking you, would you be gay?
I was talking about Kanye.
I don't care. It's just a question. Hey, Shawnee, can you ask me the same question?
So if you were raised by a bunch of women, Mike, do you think you would have been gay?
No. But if I was gay, I could have been raised by bodybuilders. I could have been raised by football players. I could have been raised by the most masculine people in the entire world. If I was gay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd be the most flaming gay bastard you'd ever see in your life. I would have my shirt right now rolled up as a crop top. I'd be a flaming ass gay dude no matter who raised me. That was my only point of this whole thing. But we can't have these conversations because Jay wants to be right.
It's not about being right.
Why can't you answer the question?
It's about just you trying to force someone to say something the way you want them to say. You are, Mike.
What's your truth, Jay? Jay, what's your truth? Are you heterosexual? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. If women would have raised you, would it have been different? Would you walk with would you have shaken your ass?
I think
would you twerked? Would you bent over and twerked for everybody?
Oh dear.
If you had nothing but women.
You trying to make me leave? No.
Oh.
Good morning, Patrice.
What you scared of?
Good morning, Patrice.
What you scared of?
Ooh. Go on, twerk something, Jay.
So you go too far?
No, nobody goes. No, people literally just want to know the answer. And all we want to know is the answer. No, you just don't want to say it because you think you run shit. You don't run a motherfucking thing in these squares. You don't run shit up in these squares. You either gonna answer the question honestly, or then you're just a liar.
I'm the only one that wondered how gay Mike would be. Yeah, Mike would be gay. And
I would be gay.
Talked about that on the show. There's different type of when people
I would
are gay.
be gay. I would be gay. Just like I say, I'm
interesting show.
I'm a flaming heterosexual. Just like I'd be a flaming homosexual.
Would you be a top or a bottom?
I don't even know. I don't even know, son.
Oh, now you gonna put the sun in it.
I don't even know. No, I know what I like as a heterosexual. I don't know what I would like as a gay person.
Right.
I don't know what I'd be into as a gay person.
Right.
But I tell you what, if I was gay, I'd find the fuck out. I'd find the fuck. Ain't
That's because
about this shit.
You're an adventurous soul, Mike. So
Yeah.
I know your personality. Whatever you are, you're gonna be the best at it that you can be. Like you're gonna be. It's gonna be
all day.
I know.
If I was in prison, they'd have to beat my ass to rape me. I know. But I'm a little dude, so it probably would happen. But I would fight my ass off not to. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's a simple question, Mo.
Yes.
You're a heterosexual woman, right?
Yes.
So if you were let's just say you were born.
I think so.
And the two people, no, they adopted you. Two dudes that were heterosexual adopted you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that would change? You wouldn't be heterosexual anymore?
Absolutely not. I don't think that changes it. No.
And Mo, the conversation was Peter Guns didn't want his 5-year-old son to be a pink ladybug for Halloween. And he was supporting gay pride. And he said, well, how can you support gay pride if you don't allow your son to express themselves and to be a ladybug? Would you be okay if Gabe at 4 or 5 years old wanted to be a pink ladybug?
Before you answer that, and Mo, I promise I'll step away. When did ladybugs become the symbol for gay?
There was the pink the pink tights and all that he was saying, and he didn't want his son to be in the pink tights with all that on. There's a ladybug. That's all it was. So, and Shani said no, she wouldn't want her daughters to be Superman. She would encourage them to be Supergirl.
That's because as parents, we're charged to influence our children and mold our children and shape our children to what societal norms are. And so that in that question, in that situation, that's why Shani may have said, and I'm not speaking of Shani, but that's why she may have said, yeah, instead of Superman, of course I would want them to be Superwoman or whatever the other character is.
So Mo, you didn't answer the question. Would you want your child?
Hey, you didn't ask me. I answered his question.
That was a yes or no. Would you let your child, if he wanted to be a ladybug and all pink with the butterfly, whatever, the pink ladybug, would you let him do that?
Ask her.
Yes or no, Mo? Yes or no?
No, I would buy at 4, I would buy the red ladybug or introduce the beetle or whatever.
But why? Wearing pink and ladybug.
Wait. She answered it.
But what you were saying was just because they do that, that doesn't make them be gay.
But I didn't say that because I answered that question too. I said I don't think that it would make your kid gay. I don't believe that.
What Mike was doing was flipping it, trying to say now with that response, Mo, by you just not saying yes.
I said no.
You said red.
But I also gave extra commentary. I said no. I would not.
Okay. I asked Mo the same exact question I asked you. If she was raised by dudes, would she not be a heterosexual? That was the only question I asked you.
No, you was asking a bunch of stuff.
That's not.
You trying to get me caught up in something, trying to get me tripped up on the response.
But yes, Sequisa, it is us as parents. We are charged with that. We're charged with helping our kids, and even if you want to say conform to gender norms and societal norms, that's just what happens. Doesn't make it better.
Ladybug is not gay, but if he dressed as a pit bull, it'd be okay. And once again, this whole thing with Jay, this is the whole thing. We can't have conversations if literally your answer is, I'm just not going to answer. Everybody on here answers questions. All I asked you is if a bunch of women raised you, would you be gay? I still don't have a yes or no.
May I read Lady Q's question or response?
Go ahead.
She said, Mike didn't flip anything. That's your problem. You don't answer questions for fear of the follow-up and how the info will be used. Is this true, Jay Black?
I am guarded with responses. I am
he
because people
beatboxing.
will use information against you, and then you caught up, and you got to
What
stand by your
information
word.
have I ever used against you, Jay Black? In your entire
I'm
life?
just naturally.
No.
I'm
I've
guard
known
is
you for damn
naturally
near
up and
20 years. What am I gonna use against you? I'm gonna say my best friend in the world really is gay. You know how dumb that is?
I didn't.
I'm really gonna.
That.
I'm
know
gonna
you
flip
know
it to
that.
what?
I know for sure you know that I'm not. So I wouldn't be thinking that you want to.
So this is the frustration. I just asked you
We
a
were just talking
question.
about my night when the shows I watched. That's all it was.
Lady Q says you are super exhausting.
I'm really not, because she's another one that sometimes just don't want to accept my response. She don't want to accept when I give her answer. You can't force me to respond the way you want me to respond. Just accept my answer.
You don't respond, Jay. You don't. When people ask you questions, you don't want to respond and give them an answer. What you want to do is give the answer that doesn't answer the question and fit your narrative. That's what you do. You don't answer the question. You turn it into you're the one who turns it into something totally different and never answers the question yes or no. The question was yes or no. That's
and why
it.
Can't you accept that? Why can't you accept
because you're not. How can if you were in court, they would not accept your answer. You have to answer
the funny
the question.
Part of that? We're not in court,
and this is why you're exhausting.
So for instance, Jay Black, put that comment back up there. So she says, I'm a lesbian. Me and my wife have and raised 2 adult children. Our son is gay and our daughter is straight. So that's proof that you don't have to, if 2 homosexual parents are in the home, it does not mean that you're going to automatically.
And this is my family. This is my niece. This is my people's. But I was never debating that. I was just saying Peter Guns. They were saying he cannot support gay pride if he did, with him not allowing his son to be the pink leotard tights and as a ladybug.
I think you could be supportive of somebody without taking on their ideology for your own home or how you parent your children. It doesn't mean that you don't support them.
The kid wanted to dress up as a ladybug. Why are we so obsessed that if he dresses up as a ladybug, that means he's going to be gay?
Fear.
If I'm his father, he has a. Let's go by what everybody says.
Sequisa agrees with Peter. She can see how they can make a father uncomfortable.
Dog, I'm not going to stop my son from playing with dolls.
But that's his own fear. That's not
his
fear. The fear. That's not the child. That's the fear of the adult.
That's his born in the 70s. That's his obsession of being scared that if you wear a pink leotard, that all of a sudden, Mobb Deep, rest in peace, Prodigy. Prodigy got put on Summer Jam on the screen wearing a leotard, dancing ballet. That did not make him gay. It made him one of the hardest rappers in hip hop history. Like Peter Guns, what do we do? You're scared of him wearing a ladybug? That's what you think's going to turn him gay?
I think a lot of especially Black males, have this homophobic or homophobia and this fear of anything being associated with them and being considered not masculine.
I can dress up as a whole ladybug in pink with pink Timberlands and pink gloves, and that wasn't going to change how much I was into women. But we're not going to get off the track because that's what Jay wants us to do.
That was it. It was the TV show.
No, that's not what it is.
The fact that Kelly J is making it seem like Lady Q was dealing with like I'm crazy or something.
No, when you can't answer a simple, when you can't,
like Lady Q need to, she's so strong.
You have to have the will of God.
Well, I don't know how strong
if a person. Your thing is like you take pride in not answering a person's question, yes or no. You want, in your mind, what you feel is like, I ain't going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that. It doesn't even matter who asks you the question to find out information. You will not answer it. And you get a kick out of it.
No, I don't get a kick out of it. It may be something there. I may be scarred. When Mo put her degree hat on, maybe I'm scarred. Maybe something happened and people using information against me. So now I'm guarded with every time when I'm responding. Maybe it's something deeper there, deeply rooted. I don't know. But I'm naturally, my guard is naturally like I'm mindful of my wording.
And God bless you, but it's full of shit because I'm as guarded as anybody in the world. But the fact of the matter is, the people that are on these squares have never used anything against you in your entire life. Your entire life, you've known me. I've never used anything against you. So that is just an excuse for you to be stubborn, J Black.
I've even suppressed and suppressed deep down inside the emotional abuse you bestowed upon me over the years.
Stop that. I ain't put no. All right. No, she's not coming in. She just took shots at me, though, Kelly J.
I'm coming in hot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Well, that's where we going. Okay.
Oh, wow. She says, I have kids and grandkids. Most of them are gay. Mm-hmm. I was a single mom, but they were born like that.
No one ever questioned that. I said Peter Guns in the show I watched, that was the topic, and then it went to the levels of gayness. If you're flamboyant like Mike, or if you're like Zell Swag, when you know, like more low key with it, they went through the levels. So it was like a big gay pride, gay awareness. It was a good topic, good conversation that they had. That's all I said. I watched.
Oh,
that was it. I think Amina was using that to get back at Peter, because she brought it up in a weird moment, like, "Well, you don't let your son." Like it was like, "Whoa!" He's trying to support gay pride, and she's bringing up the time when he didn't let his son wear, the pink outfit, the Ladybug. So it was just a good conversation.
Receipts to support her comment.
For those who watched the Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion episode, but yeah, that was it. I noticed it when he was 2 years old.
A lot of people say that about their children and their especially adolescents. They always go back and say, well, when do you first know that your child was gay or decided to choose an alternative lifestyle? And I hate to say alternative lifestyle.
Hold on. What did I miss?
Lady Q said,
I don't get it.
About you are crazy. Talking to Jay.
I don't know if she's talking about me or one of y'all.
No, baby. No, baby. She's talking about you. She's talking about you.
My teenage son supports Pride Week at his school, and he is not gay. Yes, you can absolutely support.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying earlier. You can definitely support something without taking on somebody else's lifestyle. It doesn't mean that you have to have it for yourself. But it doesn't mean that you can't support somebody else's in their decisions and their life choices too. Yes, there's no maybe about it, J Black. She said you need therapy. I'll give you a family discount if you want to sit on my couch.
Just because I don't respond the way people want me to respond, I need therapy. Okay. No. All right. Well, hey, we're very transparent on the show, so
I do. I have therapists for J Black, but I'm apprehensive about sending him to some of my colleagues.
Y'all gonna stop acting like
I don't want to mess up my relationships and my favors. For him to come in there on some bull crap, and they call me back and be like, yeah, who is this that you done sent over here to me? So I'm very reluctant, and then I'm also reluctant to use a favor because I feel like J Black is not going to follow through. I think he may go to a consult and he may try to tell a therapist how to be his therapist, and that's a recipe for disaster. So I'm holding that. I'm holding until Jay is ready. I don't think he's really ready.
I'm not playing that game.
I don't think he's ready yet.
I guess you could say everybody can use therapy in life.
Listen, I'm a therapist, and I say that everybody, including therapists, can at some point use a therapist. Mental health is not just for when something's going wrong in your life. Mental health is just like physical health. You ain't got to be sick or feeling bad to go get a damn checkup.
Jacqueline, you've been rocking for a minute. You really think there's something there? Like, just because I have a different view of opinion, or I don't know. All right, I hear y'all.
Well, the woman who rolled over to you every night and kissed you goodnight on your forehead said you crazy.
She said it in a joking way. She's playing along. There's no way she really thinks that.
That's not what I saw in that text. those letters look for real. Like those letters were different. Those letters
are crazy.
You are crazy.
It was all lowercase.
Are crazy.
It wasn't none capital and
Lady Q, put him in capital so he'll understand it. Because if it's not in capital, he don't get it. If it's not in capitals, he's not gonna get it, Mom.
Getting our son together for school.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's rocking some Black History something. Hopefully.
Is everyone else wrong but you?
I didn't say I was wrong.
No, he said, is everybody else
wrong?
Wrong?
No, I'm not saying everybody's wrong. I'm just saying I don't believe.
No, the funny thing is that you still haven't answered the question. That's the funny
An hour later.
An hour later.
An hour later.
Hour later.
Oh, wait, we'll get that out of here. I don't know what she's talking about.
No, don't skip over. Don't skip over everybody. Don't skip over everybody.
I don't know what she's saying.
Don't skip over everybody.
Okay, I can fix that. All right.
Thank you, super producer Shawnee Scott.
I know I need therapy, but I also know I will try to tell the therapist how to help me. I'm not ready. Okay.
Yeah, and I know that's what. Okay. Yes, but she's acknowledging that she's not ready, and she probably will tell the therapist what it is she feels like she needs. I think that is something that you would do, and so I'm thinking that you're not ready to go to any of my colleagues right now because I don't want the smoke with them looking at me like, who the hell you done sent over here?
We're gonna play a new game called Yes or No.
Inspired by.
Inspired by Jay Black. I ain't got the questions yet. Just
if I can do it, you can do it, Jay Black.
Just yes
Everything
or no.
is not a yes or no. Just can we acknowledge
Actually,
but when I say that, what do you say to me?
Beginning of every answer, the root of every answer is yes or no.
Right.
White people. Is there systematic racism? Yes. Is there a bigger answer to that? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a cheater? Yes.
Mm.
There's a bigger answer to why that person might be a cheater. There's a bigger foundation on what created that person. But every answer, the root answer is yes or no. Do you like or do you not like something? Yes or no. And then there's the reason why you like or don't like something.
And if somebody, looking at Jeanette's comment, if somebody destroyed their room, if somebody made them upset or played a part in it, is that not something to that? If somebody, I mean, I get it, you as an individual physically did it, right, but did somebody else play a part? I don't know. I was just asking the question. I don't know. But either way,
she said you tore up the room and said your mom made you do it.
Like if something happened, it was a trigger.
Your mom triggered you and made you tear up your room.
I don't know. I don't remember what she's talking about.
But that is a perfect example. The question is, did you destroy your room? Yes or no? You would be yes. Now the answer behind that is why. There's a reason. There are things that happen.
And it's not the person. It's not the person didn't make you do it.
Because
the person didn't make you do it. It's your lack of coping skills to deal with something that somebody did to trigger you. But what you're saying is right, because you know more than me when it comes to that stuff, right? But the root answer is yes or no. But now there has to be an explanation, and you have to dig into whatever it is that happened. Whatever it is, maybe mom did. Maybe mom did, and your coping skills weren't right, and maybe mom had raised you, and there are triggers, yes. The answer to your J Black question is in therapy. Okay. All right. Billy J says, Mo, you can't be sending J Black to your colleagues, but don't go to therapy because you are messed up. He is really, first of all, he's not real messed up. So let's stop.
He put the caps on.
Everybody's really messed up. I'm really messed up. Like everybody's really messed up. Like
I'm a therapist, but I've been known to tear up some shit once in a while too.
I done punched holes in walls, and Stacy done walked by me, and I'm fixing the hole in the wall. And Stacy's like, and I'm looking at her like, say it again. Don't say nothing, because I will punch another hole and I'll fix it.
And I'll fix it.
And I'll fix it.
I'll punch another hole and I'll fix it.
Another hole up right now, and I will put that plaster on there and I will fix it. Don't make no goddamn sense. So everybody is messed up. Like this whole real messed up.
Absolutely.
Relax, Billy J. You jumped in too hard. Like we can talk about the family and well,
that was a little hot. That was a little hot.
Don't make me go to your fucking page, Billy J. First of all, the fact that you're a grown ass man, you got a J and a junior in your goddamn name is a problem.
Billy J probably done punched a hole or two in his lifetime in the wall.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jay Black is a spoiled brat.
Lady Q be saying that. You just
that's not from your wife. That's not from Lady Q.
Sister.
Sister.
Jesus, these family members, boy.
We're family like this, right?
This is why I blocked all my family. My mom can't even watch the show. I blocked my mom. I blocked my sisters. Like, I blocked them. They can't even watch this shit. This is absolutely crazy.
Lisa said she stayed to herself. She just snapped. All right, you said something earlier. I guess Mo, how was your night, Mo? Like this all. That's crazy. How was your night?
Yeah, I didn't get to say how my night was.
I didn't even get to shout it yet.
Shawnee, how was your night? But this is the genius of what the TV show is going to be. The TV show is how was your night. So how was your night turns into a whole long thing. It's a whole like obviously on TV we're gonna have a different we're gonna have a time limit. But here, how was your night turns into 45 minutes of talking. Who blocked you? Yeah, I blocked my mom. I didn't block your mom. Oh, you blocked your mom? Sometimes moms got to be fucking blocked. We love them, but they got to be blocked.
Okay. I think she was saying it to you, like, "Oh my God, you blocked your mom."
Yes, because mom don't need it. Do you really want? Do you think I want my mom really listening to me talking about put it in the butt? No, she got to be blocked.
That's why my mom started listening. She started watching. She's like, "Yeah, we talk about that crazy stuff in the butt."
And you know, Mike don't say put it in the butt.
Yeah, and Ms. Bush, I apologize, but you are right. You are right. You are 100% right not to watch. You're right. Like, don't listen. You're not supposed to deal with that. With some nonsense coming out my filthy mouth.
My mom is young. She be like, Mike,
I'm not even gonna joke about it.
She always listens.
I'm not even gonna joke about it.
She always listens.
Oh, God.
Mo's mom about that life. Listen. All right, get on IG Live, y'all. Get on IG Live.
Oh, you back? Oh, he came back to IG Mo. He cut off IG Live.
Yeah, I cut off everything.
He left the stream.
Everything.
So I'm not doing this today.
Hold on. Shawnee, ask me, did you cut off everything, Mike? Go ahead.
Did you cut off everything, Mike?
Yes. Yeah. Back to the yes or no game. The yes or no game.
Because you don't have control of your.
We are all human. Jaquisa, we are all human. Yes, we are. I mean, Jay to a point. We're all human. All right. So, Shawnee, how was your night last night?
My night was good. The girls had a game.
Nice.
They lost, but it was a good game. This was like some real basketball scores. Like,
what was the score?
I can't remember.
Well, a loss is a loss. Yeah. I can relate to that.
I can't remember, but they had a good game, good team. It was competitive. It was double digits. It was like 6-8. Carly got pulled out the game at the end because she pushed a little girl again. She
got a little
over what? It was a foul?
Yeah, she did. Well, last week her coach, or the week before last, her coach told him, do whatever you got to do to stop the ball. I don't care if you push him, if you trip him, or whatever. And so she was doing that last week, and she got snatched out. And I told her, I don't care what she say, you don't conduct yourself like that. Now, if you got to get the girl off of you, get her off of you, but you don't. Now, Carly just straight pushed the girl, like she just straight knocked the girl down.
Well,
and I was like,
apple don't fall too far from the tree.
What in the world?
1923. No, it was bigger than 19 to 23.
Oh, Tam was there?
No, my cousin was there, and Tam and my cousin are best friends. We y'all hang out. So she.
Did I tell you about the cousin? One of your you got cousins everywhere.
Yeah,
in Dallas.
We got a big fan. My grandmama had 13 kids.
No, you got some cousins you don't know about. I told you at the Quick Trip. I was at the Quick Trip, and dude ran up on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm Shawnee's cousin.
I'm Shawnee's cousin. He said it just like that too. I'm Shawnee's cousin. I said, what the fuck? I said, this motherfucker was so up on my neck. I said, Happy New Year. I was like, Happy New Year. He was like,
but that's the thing. My family is like that though. So like since I know you now, you family. Now you the cousin too.
Yeah, I didn't even believe you.
You the cousin.
I did not believe Shawnee was telling the truth about this whole you part of the family. I did not believe it, but it was proven. Like if you in the DFW and she says you're part of the family, I'm telling you, you're gonna have strangers that are gonna pop up and be like, yo,
you need to take them comments back.
You know, so who? What comment? What are you talking about?
I thought I had my mic muted. My bad.
I gotta do what?
Nothing. No, what's all that?
You ain't picking no fight with me early the goddamn morning.
I thought this motherfucker was talking to me. I was like, who the fuck are you talking to? You gotta take them comments.
He ain't talking to her either. He ain't talking to her either.
I'm not playing with y'all this morning. Oh, I'm not playing today.
Wow.
I'm not playing. Everybody get on IG. Like, Mo, get on IG. Come on. This is hilarious.
Oh, my God. That was a good IG moment. Jay, you better chill, because...
No, because some of the stuff she said, I thought it was a little.
Hey, you got to
out
eat.
Of bounds,
You got to eat, and she down there cooking, upstairs cooking, downstairs cooking, whatever. You better get it together, bro.
No,
you better put it together.
I'm good. You know.
All right, in a relationship, well, that's a question. Are there out of bounds comments when you're arguing with a significant other? What are the, and if they are, and I'm gonna start with the ladies. If they are, what are the out of bounds comments that can come up that you go like, yeah, we weren't supposed to bring it? Because listen, man, my dysfunctional life, I don't have anything that's out of bounds. Like, I feel like everything is inbound if we start arguing. So, Shawnee, what is out of bounds? What is the thing?
You should never talk about
Mo fucking shit up. No, I think you're right. Like, I think you're right. I don't think we should talk about it. Yeah, I don't think we should definitely. Yeah, because that's not even her fault. That's not her fault.
That wasn't her fault.
That wasn't her fault. That wasn't even. That had nothing to do with her. But go ahead, Shawnee. What's something that's out of bounds?
You should never say. That's why you got a little wee wee. You should never say that.
Oh.
You should never say that.
See,
that's why your sex is whack. You should never say anything.
Are those
like
fighting
that.
words or are those walking away words?
Sexual content.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Okay, am I weird or I think you should be allowed to bring up sexual
Not in an argument.
In an argument or
not
a
in an argument. No,
Mm.
not because we arguing over you spent an extra $30 at the Kroger, and then I say I just bust out. That's why your dick small. You know, no, that's
why
out
your
of
sex is
line.
whack.
That's out of line.
In the middle of
and then I just be like, that's why your clit look funny. I think that's inbound. I think we can play with that.
That's out of line. You don't do that.
The flag on the play.
And then she's gonna always think you believe her clit looks crazy.
No, because your clit look like a punching bag. Like, but it's real. Like, I think we can bring that. I think we can play. All right. But go ahead. Okay. Anything else?
I mean, that would make you self-conscious. You're self-conscious. Your girl just in the middle of an argument about something else. Just that's why you can't fuck. You got a little dick. You know, that's out of line. That's not. What
I can't disagree with you. I think it's childish, but I think
Childish.
I think it's childish, but but that's why on Tuesday I put it in your butt. But and something else, like other than that, something that hurts your feelings that you think.
That's why your mama potato salad nasty.
Yeah.
Talk about his. Yeah, if you talking about his mother is always out off limits.
Okay. Talking about somebody's mom.
That's
is
why you still on your mama titty. You know, saying stuff like that. Yeah, that's get off your mama titty. You a mama's boy.
But see, I think y'all women say stuff like "get off your mama's titty" and "you a mama's boy," because that kind of is like the loophole on how to bring the mama in. But you really not talking about the mama. You talking about him being on the mama's titty and stuff like that. I think the direct one, like a mama's boy. That's because you're not that your mom's a bad mom. I think the out of bounds is straight up saying your mom's a filthy bitch. Like that's different.
Well, if you call me the B word, you almost guarantee your stinking mama and your granny a bitch. Like I go all the way to the left. Don't call me out of my name. Don't call me the B word. That yeah. See the B word, you could say a lot of things to me.
Why can't you just
call me no bitch?
Why can't you call me something? Why can't you just
call me the B word, and it's gonna be your stinking granny, your stinking ass mama who should have swallowed you. All of that, all of that, just will come out. I will have no filter. It would just be bad. Michael Jackson bad, all bad.
I'm playing right now. You a rude bitch. I'm playing. I just want to say I'm playing. But
see, that doesn't affect me because we're not arguing and you didn't say it with your chest. You didn't really mean
you're
it.
not angry.
But if you said it and
why
you
don't you
was
just
my
call
other
me?
half,
But why don't you just call me an equivalent to a if I call you a bitch, there has to be an equivalent to.
It's going to get there. That's probably how it's going to start.
But what's your response? What is your response to angry being called a bitch? Angry, like what is the equivalent to a man? Is it a pussy or
well, in Philly, Philly is the P word. Yeah, Philly is the P word, and then depends on where you are.
Okay, so what is out of bounds that hurts your feelings out of bounds that you don't think you can get over that?
Or what have you said to someone?
Or what have you had said that you were like, I don't think this person knows this, but this relationship is over. And it may not be bitch. It may just be something real personal.
I got you, bitch.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Women always. When a woman says, I got you, bitch, just walk. Just
walk
leave.
Away.
Just walk away. Because that means your car is going to get damaged. That means they're about to call brothers and cousins. Like, just go ahead. Just
call my cousin.
Just get on out.
I feel
like her number and move.
I feel like Shani might have said something that she may have regretted, or like you might have went there in a debate or argument.
Okay, but keep that hold up, but keep that question. Keep that right there what Jay Black said. But what is something that let's not move on, is something that was said to you that you were like, it took it further. Like it was really harsh and was really painful, and it was like, I can't. And then we go to Jay. Then we go to remember that question, Jay. Don't forget.
Right.
Go ahead, Mo or Shawnee. Who wants to
go? Something that was said to me that hurt my feelings. Go Mo, because I got to think about this.
It's fun. It's funny because I can't remember any exact. Like I go from 0 to 160.
Yeah,
when I'm in that mode, I can remember what I said, but whatever you said to trigger me, it goes out the window because it's just all over with. But the B word for me is my that's my trigger. Right. That's my heavy trigger.
It's the disrespect. Like when I'm disrespected, then that's when it goes. Because I can't remember now. I know, like with my ex-husband, it's a whole bunch of stuff that I done said that people remind me that I said. They like, we were over there and you just went all the way in, and he was just sitting there, and he was at the end of it. He was just like, "Okay, y'all hungry? Y'all want to eat?" Now
that's what he said afterwards.
Yeah, he wouldn't say nothing. He let me just smoke.
Yo, let me applaud this motherfucker.
Yeah, his patience. This the same guy that you threw gasoline on and all that stuff.
He know he was wrong. He know he was dead wrong.
Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah, I go in hard, boy. He be Teddy Rubskin. I call him out, kind of Build a Bear. Look, I go
not Build a Bear. Not Build a Bear.
With Joe looking like Paddington Bear ass. Snag a tooth, boy. Listen,
it's weird. Jay, what was the question? Did you remember the question? Because
I was saying, Shani, there's something that, like she said, she can remember things that she said. I'm sure there's things that people have said that was really horrible that you're like, I probably shouldn't have said that, but you took some major shots. Like, what was something horrible
I said that was horrible
that I shouldn't have said that? Like after you said it.
Nah, everything I said, I should have said.
No. But what is the worst thing you said? What is the worst thing
I said? I guess probably calling him Teddy Rubskin in front of everybody.
Sorry,
but that's not really bad.
It is if you look like Teddy Rubskin.
Look like a snagger-tooth Teddy Rubskin.
Not the snagger-tooth.
With your rusty, dusty old butt. And you can't even, boy, listen.
Oh, you can't even. You brought up the sex too.
Oh no. I never said that. But
you said you said
can't
something.
read. You can't even conjugate the verbs, and your subject and verbs don't agree and stuff like that.
Your verbs don't agree.
You don't
conjugating verbs, like conjugating verbs don't agree.
Yeah, you can't talk. Yo, illiterate ass. You was in the slow class. You ride the slow.
You don't even know how to use a
bus.
prepositional phrase. Man, what the fuck are you talking about, you bougie? I'm not talking to you, Shorty. I'm like, you bougie bitch. Don't nobody want to know. What is that?
If you was in the resource classes, that will hurt your feelings.
You all smart, but you're pussy illiterate, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no.
Yes. Yeah, he ordered.
I have never been. My English language has never been questioned. That is amazing. I wouldn't even know what to say back to that shit. Your verbs don't conjugate. Who is conjugating?
You gotta find the stuff that hurt. You know each person. You know the deep down stuff what that they insecure about. That's why you was in the resource.
But in my verbs,
that's why you was in the slow class.
That's why you was in the slow class. Boy,
I don't know what conjugate means. If I was in the slow class, I don't know what conjugate means. You over my head with this shit. Does anybody know what conjugate means?
All right, Mo. What you done said, Mo?
I just said I've done the mama, like I done said some ish over the B word.
Why is it on this show we will edit certain curses and then we'll be like pussy motherfucker and then out of nowhere we'll be like I done said some ish. Why do we edit like
I've been trying to clean it. I've been trying to clean up my mouth because J Black say it's before 9 o'clock. The kids are still in the car, so I've been trying to clean up my mouth a little bit. But after he called me a bitch and I talked about his damn stinking ass mama, no, I'm just like.
I feel like Mike said some stuff too. I feel like Mike might have said some stuff.
Oh no, in Drunken Stupors, I've said stuff that they should have called the cops. Like,
were you or her?
No, they like after a few shots, I'm down for whatever. Like I'll be in your house and let every one of these kids know they don't know who their fucking father is.
Now I have used
I like, and I'm not proud of that because it's something like words are vicious, yo. Like words are like don't.
But
I will bring up
kids and your 3 baby daddies.
Now I've done that before. I said that's why these ain't your kids. No way. Ain't your kids.
Like, a girl,
you said that wasn't his kids in the middle of an argument.
I sure did.
Woof.
All my women out there, if the dude that you're arguing with was either knows about the train that 2 dudes ran on you,
oh wow,
or was a part of it,
Ooh.
you probably should never get really extra.
Oh,
if he was a part of the train, he shouldn't get really extra either.
And
that's bragging for men. That's dirt for women. They
don't get it fucked up.
Dirt.
Yeah, but you wiped me. Shit,
no, we not white. Whoa.
You weren't worried about that train.
I'm not from the hood. Nobody's my wife until there's a ring on your finger. I'm not from that generation.
Yeah,
just because I'm at your house banging you out doesn't mean just understand there's certain things like you cannot like listen. If you don't have none of your kids in your house, you might want to be quiet.
Wait,
some of y'all chicks ain't got no custody of none of your goddamn kids.
Oh,
don't fuck with me.
Don't
fuck with me when every kid that came out your womb went somewhere else.
Woof.
Don't do it to yourself. But it's all at the end of the day when you say all this stuff, you don't win. It's just ignorance. You just do a bunch of damage to somebody because you don't win. Like, but all right, Jay, what was the evil shit that you said?
I mean, it was something that you said that made me think about. It was something I did that's real bad. I said something to an ex that I like you regret it.
Yep, always.
It was an ex I had. She was adopted.
Damn,
Jay. And she always wanted to search for her parents. And in a heated argument, she said, "Your mother," and I said, "At least I know mine."
Jay.
Damn.
Okay, don't take this the wrong way, y'all. Don't take this the wrong way. That is very bad. That is very bad to say. But if you want to go there, I would like to applaud you for taking it there. Just because she went there, like she did the mom.
She did your mom. At least
I did say it's off limits. I did say mamas and daddies off limits. Oof, but that was that. I felt that.
That cut so hard for
Yes.
so many years after that.
That's why I said
that's one of the ones you
finding
can't
that
get
one
past.
thing, finding a thing for that person.
Ooh,
that was
that is bad.
It was
That is
foul.
bad.
It was
Because if
foul.
she would have said, "Fuck your mom," and you'd be like,
Ooh.
"Find yours, bitch."
Ooh.
That is horrible. That's tough.
Yeah, I felt bad after that though.
Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day,
But I was like, man, that was a great comeback.
That was good. That was good.
That was, yeah.
It was in that moment I was like, gotcha. You know,
that was fighting. Like it felt good in the moment, but you didn't feel good afterwards, did you?
Yeah, no, months later, no.
Later.
Yeah, months later, but that week afterwards, he was a champion. That motherfucker had a parade a week. He had a whole week. I think he might have told me the story at the bar. I just don't remember.
You had a whole mama's parade afterward, huh?
That was vicious. That was vicious. But hey, it happens. You move on. You learn.
How hard is it?
Oh, dang, Kelly.
How hard is it for y'all to apologize? Like, what has to happen for y'all to be like, not apologizing just because you don't want to fight no more? Because, guys apologize. Like, I'll apologize simply because I don't want, like, dog, it's Thursday. Like, why are we doing it? We don't have to go. We don't have to keep this. But I mean, apologize in saying, like, you got to suck it up and be like, you just sat and thought about it and you were like, I was absolutely wrong. Okay, Jay Black's not going to do this part. All right, so Shawnee and Mo.
The question was what? How long does it take?
Like, how long does it take? And what was the time that you were like, I'm absolutely wrong? Like, I am really wrong. Like, I have to admit it. Like, do y'all even remember the point?
Yeah,
when y'all was wrong?
I do. So I took some time to call a couple people that I had did wrong some years ago, and I apologized to everybody. Well, I didn't really do them wrong, but
how are you taking accountability? They did not. Like, I'm confused.
I didn't really do them wrong, but I said some stuff that maybe I shouldn't have said to him. And I did the same thing when me and the girl's dad got divorced. Like a year later, I sat down and said, "Okay, well, these are the things that I want to apologize for, because it didn't have to go this way on my part."
So you called multiple people and apologized?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were you drinking at the time when this happened, or you were sober?
I mean, did I go out and drink? Is that what you asking?
Yeah, were you drinking when all this stuff came out your mouth, or were you just?
Oh, no, I was sober. No, it was a conscious decision. It's what I wanted to do.
That's like the scariest thing that you're saying.
Very
Like,
big
you were
of you.
like, no, that is very it's scary that you go hard with the sober tongue. That.
Yeah, and now like I apologize quick. If we fall out and you say I offended you, I'm gonna apologize to people that I care about.
Mo, what was yours? When was the last time?
Keyword.
Oh boy, here goes the keyword shit.
No, she said keyword. I'm saying keyword. But she said people I care about.
Oh, keyword. I thought you were starting your answer with keyword. I thought you was about to lead into a keyword. Go ahead.
Oh no. Sometimes I say, I apologize, but in my mind, I'm saying "fuck you" because you was wrong. I mean,
Mo, you're missing the point of this question.
No, I know exactly the point.
Yes, you were wrong. You were wrong, Mo.
I know.
Mo is scaring the shit out of me right now. Mo, there has to be a time when you were absolutely wrong, and you were like,
yes.
Do you remember when you were wrong?
Oh yeah, there's been plenty of times that I've been wrong, and I'll just say, "Oh, I'm sorry about that," or "I apologize." Man.
Your turn, Mo. Right, here it comes.
Oh my God, Mo, there wasn't a time when you were absolutely so wrong that you were like, look, like I was really wrong. I would like to apologize for you just said, yeah, I was wrong. Okay.
What else you want from me? I acknowledge that I was wrong in something, and then I apologize.
Okay, can you just show me one more time? Can you act out how the apology took place? Like, what did you say? Like, what was it that you said? Like you're apologizing to me.
So somebody telling me what I did wrong, like you wrong, you da, and you.
No. You came. You in your mind decided that I was wrong. So now apologize. Show us acted out how you apologized when you were wrong.
She getting in the character. Wait a minute, she getting in the character.
She about to get a tear or something.
You're absolutely wrong.
I'm not crying.
All right, so
Mike, I was wrong about that. I apologize. My bad.
See, saying Mike is different because we're not in a relationship. Because that wasn't even like. I mean, but okay.
Okay. I'll say.
But she said apologize.
Somebody you love, somebody you're in love with. Like
Okay.
we love each other, but somebody you're in love with.
So I'll say, Rashad, you're right. You were right about that. I apologize.
Not bad.
I feel like I don't hear that. He don't hear that often though. That's for some reason it just felt like he didn't hear
First
that.
of all, you're a Virgo, so a lot of times we try not to open our mouth unless we know what the hell we talking about. That circumvents you being wrong. That circumvents the process of being wrong all the time.
I think on IG Live, Nice would have said that was not sincere. That was not sincere. Good morning.
She said the words. I
know.
But I said it. I said it. But the problem is with apologies is sometimes that when you apologize to somebody, they come back and still want to talk about all of the stuff that you did wrong. I said I apologize. Why we not moving on? Why you still gotta say because when you said and when you did,
maybe they got to get it all out though, Mo. Maybe they
you got one chance to get it out. You got one chance to get it out. You know what that is? It's before I apologize. Because after I apologize to you and humble myself about something, you bet not keep going on because then it's gonna be a whole bunch of fuck yous. Right. You know what? You're right. I take my apology back.
I understand. I understand where you're coming from, right? I get it because I've been there. But the fact of the matter is, you were wrong.
I didn't say it though.
But the person still has stuff to get off their chest.
Well, you better get it off before I apologize.
But what if they don't feel comfortable doing that until you acknowledge that? Okay, I was wrong.
That's when you need to go
sorry.
Talk to your therapist. Cause
every square on this show is fucking dysfunctional. Every square on this show is.
Can I get really effed up in Caps Billy for everybody else too? Can we get
everybody?
It ain't just
the difference is I acknowledge that is not right. I acknowledge the dysfunction. I get it, but it is what it is. If you want an apology from me, you better get it all out and dump it all on me at once. And I'm gonna say, you finished or you done? You done? All right. You're right.
She birdmaned it. Are you finished or you done?
You finished or you done?
Well, it's one more thing. One more thing, Mo, that I forgot to say to you. I didn't like how you stepped on my foot that day when we was in the mall, and I kept telling you that you were stepping on my foot, and you just kept on doing it.
I'm sorry, Shawnee.
But that was a good sorry. Why was that so nice?
But and then that time that we was on that flight to Miami, you kept elbowing me on the plane, and I kept saying, Mo, can you kind of chill? And you just kept on.
Oh, girl, I'm really sorry.
And I feel like you just you don't care about my feelings or the things that I'm asking you to not do, and I don't think that that's fair.
Oh no, Shawnee, I always care about everything that concerns you. I'm so sorry about that.
So can y'all do me
felt that way? I apologize.
Can y'all do me a favor? Like, if you are really sorry, can y'all kiss?
Kiss and make it. No. I
knew it was coming.
First of all, that is not the way. That ain't even a good reenactment because y'all wasn't really fighting. Like, if y'all was really getting it popping, y'all brought the airline. The airplane up to Miami. That shit would have went all the way up. I apologize for
why
being
you
in my
say
head.
Nothing then? Like, I'm sorry, my bad. Like,
you was on 10. You was on 10 about that dude. You and your dude had fell out, and you kept ragging on me, talking about that's why I ain't got no man, but y'all got issues, and I ain't got no man.
Let me read this comment real quick. I apologize, but in my head, fuck you. You were wrong.
That's what Mo said.
Apology.
That's what Mo said.
That's not an apology, Mo.
But that's true though for a lot of people.
No, it's not.
Mike,
sometimes the apology is not for you; it's for the other person, and to quell something, to dead it. So if that's what it's going to take to make you feel better, even if I'm not wrong, sometimes I will say, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize. And in my mind, I'm like, fuck you, you crazy. Like, but let me end this.
You know what? we know what we're gonna have, Shawnee. We're gonna have like the question that I asked. We're gonna have to put it up so everybody. I preface the question saying, not the apology that you said just to make peace, but the apology that you said because you was really wrong. That's the apology. That's the one I want. So
that's
Jay,
the one I gave you.
Jay already said what he said, but did you? Oh, Jay, did you apologize?
Yeah.
What was your apology?
Oh no, Jay ain't said nothing.
Jay ain't said nothing. You gave Jay Black a pass. He ain't say sorry. I apologize. Not even my bad.
I just
Nothing.
honestly, I just buy something. I buy something that I know you said you wanted or you thought about.
What in the love get? So that's your
I'm
love.
not mad at that.
Did you apologize to the girl for telling her that she ain't got no mama or she don't know her mama?
Yeah.
Why would he apologize? She was adopted, right? Like it was factual.
But that burnt my soul.
Shit was factual.
That burnt my soul. I'm really shocked that Jay Black would go there.
Why?
Like that's like deep. That's
it was one of them deep arguments, and you thought you had the upper hand because I don't holler, because I don't get loud. All right, I can get you.
So you said it in your psychopath voice. You were like, "Yeah, at least I got a mother."
Yeah, no, I said,
he
at least
mumbled
I know
it.
mine.
He mumbled it.
At least I know mine.
Here. At least
your
I know
mother.
mine.
At least I know mine.
At least I know mine.
No, I didn't mumble that. It was very clear. But
I know mine.
Like
very,
that
very
was
clear.
like.
No, the fucked up thing is what he did on Mother's Day. He was like, "What you gonna do today?" Damn, that is horrible.
Wait,
I know you ain't busy today, bitch.
No, but some people do buy items, and like I said, if I just brought you something in the after argument, that's my peace offering. That's my way of saying, all right, it's over. Let's move on.
So you buy gifts when you sorry, or if you do something that's out the way.
Is a gift or a gesture that's not in my normal character, and that's you knowing that this is not what I do. So it's clearly a reason why I did that or brought that or. Yeah.
So you do olive branches. You don't give verbal apologies, or you just.
I can say my bad. My bad.
My bad is not an apology. Let's be clear about that. My bad is not an apology.
I can call you a big head and push you or something like that. Like stuff that I don't normally do. Like,
but you can't do that with your significant other. You can't text her and be like, "What you doing, dummy? Like, what's up?" You can't do that.
Why can't I?
That's not an apology, especially off of something that
I can
as bad as
don't get her kicked up.
Lady Q, how many gifts you get a week?
You saw what she got for Christmas.
What you get for Christmas?
No.
Was that Christmas or anniversary?
What she get for Christmas?
I don't know. Oh, her birthday. Oh no, I just upgraded it. It was 10
Christmas.
years. You tell me the ring.
We didn't get to see.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
No.
Whatever. She deserved it because she 10 years of dealing with me.
We know she deserved it.
The 10 years.
You ain't got to tell us.
You ain't got to
No,
tell us.
you did see it, Mo. You did see it because remember we had to tell him how to. Well,
I didn't. No, I didn't see it. I think I saw it. Did you post a picture of it or something on Instagram?
She posted.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jay's a softie, y'all. As much as he's
deep down.
Thank you. He's a softie.
Thank you.
You're a teddy bear. You are
just a teddy bear.
Soft
All right.
and fluffy inside.
What we got next? What y'all want to talk about next?
Well, your boy Joe.
Joe who?
Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the N-word festival.
Yep.
Yeah,
he has the biggest podcast. You talking about the Joe Rogan? I got that from used to be Fear Factor, not Fear Factor. What was the name of the show?
He's a comedian. It was Fear Factor. You're right.
He was the host
of Fear Factor. He's a comedian that he is very funny. And he also is one of the big parts of the UFC announcers.
Yes. Okay.
But he got caught up. Like white boys be getting caught up. Like when they on that edgy thing, they think they can say stuff. And this was back in the day that, he was edgy. And, there's a few white boys who get away with this shit. There's a few that are on the line. And a lot of black comedians, the N-word, they got tons of clips of him saying the N-word on the podcast. But now, mind you, he can't say the N-word regardless. But it's all snippets on how it was said. So I don't know what the whole thing was. But the fact of the matter is that he was comfortable.
He said it, yeah. He said it multiple times, no matter what. Yeah.
And don't get it effed up. Comedians, there's a lot of dick riding comedians out here who will let white dudes say a lot. Say a lot. Because they're truly funny. So do we have the clip? Go ahead. Let's play it and see how it goes down. I'll
The
try
nigger thing.
Yes. Saying the word nigger.
Well, you've already said nigger.
D is just like nigger. Saying nigger.
She's calling you a nigger. It's like this
Boy, that he's a nigger, but starts calling them niggers. Word nigger. There should be a word like nigger, especially like the word nigger. That's our nigger. About niggers. He says nigger. Guy, a nigger. And there are niggers. Start saying nigger. Allowed to use the word nigger. Out the word nigger. See nigger. Word nigger. Say nigger, and he couldn't say nigger. And most nigger. Nigger.
like, you know.
now.
Ooh, them edit. Who edited it?
Now
I don't know. It's on
the
Twitter.
edits. Literally, half of those could be him talking about a black person being offended because another person called them nigger. But my thing is, even with that, you could have easily just said they were called the N-word. But because you're allowed to be this edgy comedian and black comedian, you let these motherfuckers get away with it. Y'all dick ride these comedians heavy.
Oh, you invited to the cookout.
And
There's a bunch of
comedians.
there's a bunch of comedians. There's a bunch of comedians that really like be on the verge, and I'm like, but y'all be liking them. Like Eminem is a rapper. Eminem is literally a rapper, one of the greatest rappers ever, and Eminem knows not to say the N-word. But we let some comedians get away with this. Once again, I watch Joe Rogan's podcast. I think they're entertaining. Some of them are super informative. He's had some great podcasts, but dog, you just can't say that like that many times. I don't care how it was edited.
And I don't think he was being a comedian. I think he was either, like you said, reenacting a story or
he was being a
story.
podcast.
And and he was very comfortable utilizing the word, and I guess he's like, hey, I never get any backlash, so I'm gonna keep going.
So he's so big. Who got a fire going on in a block?
Mo,
Not me.
That's over here.
You got a fire going on.
Nothing happens over here.
He is his podcast makes so much money that I think Spotify took down, I think like 37 podcasts of his, which is like maybe like 5%. He's got hundreds on there. So
they try to clean it. They try to scrub it off. So they wouldn't be there.
They were like, we're gonna take off 37 podcasts out of 3,000.
I got a question.
But go ahead, Shawn.
So okay, you say that some black comedians allow him to say the N-word. So do they allow the black comedians or the other comedians to say stuff like cracker and honky and all the other names that are negative towards other races?
I mean, the weird thing about that is I think we all say honky cracker. Well, I don't say honky, but
the difference. But one of the differences is the word the N-word comes with a plight. It comes with a struggle. It comes with some people that's the last word that they heard before they were lynched. So we're not going to equate the N-word to other derogatory words that people use to describe other races, because those words do not come with a plight and a struggle and the things that the N-word has come to for black people.
I agree.
So I got another question now. When we go to the Jay-Z show or, we go to these concerts and the sing-along happens and we get to the word nigga, I've never, ever, ever seen anybody stop and say, okay, white people, y'all can't sing this part. And they sing the part and there's no problem. Everybody's happy. Everybody, still singing. So I get confused on this. Do I want somebody calling me nigga, white person calling me? I mean, if they call me that, they just need to be prepared for what I'm gonna say back. That's where I am. But
when he says, "What's my motherfucking name?" Who you rolling with? What, man? And there's 50,000 people. Do we really think they're gonna edit themselves? Like,
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So why is it that we put this requirement on them when they're on stage, or like him? They doing comedy, because what's the dude from Seinfeld got in trouble too for saying the N-word.
Michael Richardson. Or Richardson?
I don't remember. Kramer, whoever. Yeah, the one that played Kramer.
I think when you're saying it in that vein, the way he said it and the way Joe Rogan said it, I think this whole N-word is like the most convoluted conversation ever, simply because rappers say it in songs, and then the majority of people who buy hip-hop music, whether you like it or not, are white kids. So the white kids, do we really think they're gonna edit themselves while they're singing the song with their other white friends? So I don't know.
I've been on a train in New Jersey. True story. I was on a train. Shut up. I was on Amtrak one day, and literally, these college kids was in back of me, and they kept saying, "Yo, my nigga, my." And for some reason that day, I turned around and I was like, "If you say that one," and they were real loud. I was like, "You got one more time to say it." Now I'm a woman. I mean, I don't know.
White? They were white kids?
They were white. Yep. They were white. I was like, I was like, "Yo, can you stop saying that word?" He's like, "Oh, my bad. I ain't mean it like that. It's just, we this is how we use it." No. This is not how you use it. You don't use it ever.
Yeah, I honestly, I like, and I'm so proud of you for doing that. And I wish.
But everybody who was in back of them, white, Asian, and all the tribes of the rainbow in back of the train, all started clapping, because in their mind, they were thinking the same thing. Why are you using that word?
But I think it's a contradiction, because we don't stop ourselves from saying it.
Right, but you know what? We as a culture, we are known for taking a struggle and turning it into something that we can all relatable and all embraceable. And I think that that's one of the words. That's a commonality that we have. That's something that any other race cannot understand. That word, the struggle that came with it, and how we have taken that to a term of endearment between us. So no.
And everything you said was 1,000% correct, Mo. So let me just say this, and I'm taking it somewhere a little different. So just don't shoot the messenger.
Here we go.
All right, nigga. Come on, nigga.
Go for it.
In the history of words, there is no word that literally is better than the N-word. And nothing is worse than the N-word. The N-word literally emphasizes everything good and everything bad. Like when you're really joking, when you're with your people and you're really joking, the N-word gets thrown around.
Nigga.
When concept, yeah. Like when no, me and Jay Black have never laughed harder. When me and Jay Black have been laughing at our like epitome, the apex of laughter, the N-word got thrown around at least 12,000 times. Then this is what I mean about the power of this word. That is happiness. A graduation. Where you graduated, you did it, and anniversaries, all that. Then the N-word gets used at the worst points ever. Cops literally killing people in dark alleys and putting guns to mouths and putting knees on necks and literally killing them and suffocating them to their death. There's never been a word ever. I can't even think of a word that has had that effect. This word is like the most.
Because it was oppressive.
No. Oppressive, yes. But I've never seen a word that had the same destructive meaning and the same happiness at the same time. Yeah. It's amazing. Like, happy birthday, my. I love you, my
nigga.
But just our culture, what do? We know the difference in the inflection in your voice, the way you say it, whether you put an ER on it or whether you put an A on it or whether you put a UGH at the end. We know the difference of how you're saying it and what it means. You could say it, and you could say that same word in so many different ways. And I can tell you which way you're saying it and what you actually mean.
And that's what I'm saying. There's no other word that I can even think of that does this. There's no other word.
Oh, even like when Stacey say nigga, you know you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Oh.
Even like a slur for gay guys or gay people, like the F word, doesn't have the same meaning, even though it doesn't have the same meaning as the N-word. Literally, people want to be able to say the N-word in a racist way. They want to be able to say the N-word in a happy way. They want to be able to say the N-word when they sing their favorite songs. It's the dichotomy of that word.
Good word, dichotomy.
But that's because that word was created specifically in an oppressive form. The word, the F word, when it comes to the alternative lifestyle community, that word actually means cigarette in another country.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the ignorance of slave masters bringing that word. The word evolved into something that like I can't compare it to anything else. Like I have no comparison on the level that I can compare another word to. Like beauty. Beauty doesn't even get, like, nobody wants to use the word beauty the way you use the N-word. Like, Shawnee, you are beautiful. But if your girl said N-word, you are beautiful, you'd be like, bitch, yes, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, cigarettes in the UK. I couldn't remember what country. Yeah.
Like, if somebody, like, literally, as a Puerto Rican, if somebody said, yo, Mike, you killed it. But if Jay Black, as I get off stage, says, nigga, you killed it. I feel like I just climbed the highest mountain. Like,
you see the exhale in your voice as you let it out.
Yeah. And it's the most amazing thing that I'm not intelligent enough to actually explain why that word is so like.
It's, you know why? Because it's not meant to be explained. Because we share this certain experience. It's a unwritten understanding. That's all that is. It's not meant for you to be able to explain this in words to someone else.
And it's almost like, I hate to bring this to race. It's almost like white people, you don't have a word that can actually be on the same level. You don't have a word. You don't have a word to describe. You don't have a, but my thing is, the crazy thing is, you don't have a word to describe, as bad as this may sound, you don't have a word to describe your race that you share with each other that actually has the same feeling of that's my. You don't have an introduction to each other like that. It's almost as if there's a jealousy. Like, you don't have a, what is it? My
cracker.
Yeah,
like, you don't have one.
Allegedly. Sorry.
But calling somebody a cracker is just like somebody calling a black person a coon. Okay, so it still doesn't equate. It still doesn't equate to the N-word. That's you. Those are little, racial slurs, yes, but it doesn't equate to the N-word. The N-word is much deeper than that.
Claude said it shows the beauty of black people taking the negative and flipping it into a positive. But even
you put too much power in that word. Stop giving that word that much power.
There is power. Do you know why it's power in the word? Because it's power in somebody's plight and struggle. You're talking about hundreds of years of enslavement. So yes,
let's well-round it. Let's well-round this conversation.
That's my
That is great until you say you trifling ass noob. You dumbass noob. You dead dead. There is another dark side to that. To the whole thing. There's a whole dark side to the word. This is why this is the most interesting word ever created.
Now, also, Mike, we've talked about the over the year. We talked about pastors. Mike have the different belief in pastors, and sometimes believing that the church, I guess, glorifies the financial aspect. He talks about not paying tithes and how the Lord doesn't want your money. And Mike has his beliefs, and we always talk about having a pastor and a bishop come on the show. And guess what, Mike?
What?
We have a bishop joining the show. And I'm not sure where the conversation is going to go, but
now Jay Black, you ain't prepared me for this. Y'all better not knock me.
Wait a second, we got a bishop coming.
Wait a minute.
Shawnee, I'll let you do the honors.
I didn't even know we were gonna make it happen. I thought we weren't.
Wait,
He's
and you got
here.
the bishop. You got the
He's
bishop.
here.
You ain't got
Bishop
the pastor,
Leonard
the reverend. You got the
Chatham.
bishop.
Yeah, we got the bishop is in the house. The bishop from Lubbock, Texas. Full Armor Ministries is the name of his church. You can catch him here on the Media Room every Thursday at 7 p.m. He does a podcast here. And without further ado, let's welcome Bishop Leonard Chatham.
Good morning. Good morning. Dun, 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 dun.
Good morning, Bishop. You came in like a warrior. He got his hoodie on.
He's ready. He's like, I don't know what this guy gonna throw at me.
First of all,
I don't know how Bishop values too.
I'm just trying to cover up a bad hair day. That's what that is.
Okay.
I should have done the same thing because I need a haircut.
Yes, action now. I gotta put on pants.
All right. First of all, thank you so much for taking time out to join us. So because this dysfunction that we have, we call it a morning show, but it's straight dysfunction. And if there's a group of people who need God, it's us. So let me tell you about this team of ours. First of all, you're on Media Room 360 now, right? You have the show. You have your church, correct?
Right.
Okay, so first of all, forgive us for just being who we are, and we're ridiculous. We argue for 3 and 4 hours a day, and number one, what is something, because I know why they put you on. They put you on here because they know the beef I have with churches, and I believe in God thoroughly, and church really helped my dad. And it was the Catholic Church. So can you believe that? The Catholic Church helped my dad. And I got tons of beef with it. Like when you hear people like me who are like, the church is a hustle. What is your response to stuff like that?
Well, my response to that is that everybody has their opinion about how they see a certain thing. It's from what vantage point you look at. There's a lot of church hurts. There's a lot of harm that has been done by church people, especially in the pulpit. In today's society, there's a lot of fleecing of the flock, which means that you stand up and you tell the people God told you to have this and have that. And because you're in the demographics and you got a rapport or you have influence, you could get all those things. And then eventually what you have to come to is that if your congregation doesn't look like what you are, then it might be a gross injustice that's going on. I don't think that it's fair for our congregations to remain poor while we become rich. I think that we should bring a group of those people along with us. You can't bring everybody, but you can surely bring a certain portion of them. And one of the things that I'm most certain that I can attest to you about is that your feelings are real. Nobody can take that from you, that you've been hurt. I could tell that by, just listening at you. So we can't disregard that. Now, where does all of this come from? I tell you where it all comes from. It comes from a long line of plantation living that eventually when you get status, that you're not going to let anybody tell you what to do anymore. And you don't have to hide your car behind the church anymore. You can just pull it out, and you pull a Rolls Royce out now rather than a Cadillac. And that seems to tell everybody that, I'm going to follow this person. But what you have to be careful of is that, we fight principalities and powers and wickedness in high places. And all that is personalities. So it's a clash of personalities that's going on in the church world right now. And I don't think that it's going to ever be the way it used to be anymore. And I think that God allowed this to happen, the pandemic, in order to break it down to where everybody can be common. And everybody has a platform now to preach the gospel to the whole world. And it's people out here that really wants to do the right thing, but don't have the support to do the right thing.
Right.
When you got a lot of people out there that's got a lot of things going for them, that you can't knock them for having the things that they have, other than the fact that if you see 98% of their congregation poor and struggling, that's unfair. And now, the question you asked me, can you ask me that in a different way?
I can ask it in a different way. I'm trying to rephrase because I totally believe in God, and I've never told anyone, not in one way ever, said not to go to church. I think because the curtain got pulled back from me, and I saw some things that I wasn't supposed to see, where certain people were engaged in, that really irritated me. Because I just felt like I had one person literally tell me, why would I follow a pastor if he was broke? And I said, well, then you wouldn't have followed Jesus.
Yeah.
And I love Dallas. I love Dallas Fort Worth. But mega churches scare me.
Yeah.
Mega churches really do scare me, because just being the person that saw behind the curtain and the things I saw, I guess maybe I was disappointed, even though I know everybody's a human being. And I wonder what type of pressure that puts on you, knowing that, the same way, like, everybody gets lumped into a bunch. Everybody gets lumped into a bunch. What pressure is that for you? And do you feel like you have to prove I'm not part of that?
Yeah.
Is that a better way to put the question? And I apologize
Yeah.
if I didn't put the question correctly to begin with.
I see where you're going. Let me give you one from my personal experience. There was a time where I came in on the beginnings of a ministry, a mega ministry there in Dallas, and I was the second pastor from another city, just to become a part of this mentoring program. So we were a pilot program that has mentorship by mega pastor. Okay.
Right.
But because I'm in a geographical locations where my demographics is not as big as your area is. Now we got a lot of open space.
Mm-hmm.
We're in West Texas, man. I'm talking about flatland. I stay in a town called Plainview, and that's what it is. It's a plain view. So, and Lubbock, Lubbock has, tech there and all that kind of stuff. But, so I got overshadowed with all these other guys. But my loyalty was that I fulfilled all of my obligations financially, spiritually, and I did everything that I could to stay close to. But then I got hurt, because when it came time for my elevation and for my opportunity, always got pushed aside.
Yeah.
And what did it for me is, I walked in one time and I caught them talking about me. Not the leadership. It's just the entourage of the leadership. And see, that's where your problem is that once you start getting into mega status, they protect those guys up above, and it becomes those handlers is the one that hurts everybody. And then you get to walk in on some things that I'm telling you, brother, you can see some things when you get in that position. Now, let me show you something.
Are you on your phone or are you on your laptop?
I'm on my phone.
Okay. All right. Okay. We wanted to put you on IG Live because I want to have as many people hear you as possible. But go ahead. But show me what you're gonna show me.
Okay. I was going to show you this, that when you walk in on something that you cannot unsee, and then you have to go in and act like you didn't see it. it becomes a gateway that leads to what else is wrong. And I think this is where we all get when it comes to church, is that we can see so much wrong that it leads into other corridors to failure in the church building. And I think that for right now, the pandemic is causing something to happen so differently that, you know, people could be at home and go to 5 or 6 church services in an hour.
Amen.
And that's what they're choosing to do. So, and I think it's okay. You know, far as I'm concerned, my only thing is that what do I do with this big old building now?
Right.
You know, and so the pain of it is that a lot of these guys are now hustling, trying to maintain and keep what they got.
Right.
And the problem becomes is they don't care who they hurt, they don't care who they fleeced, as long as you send that money in.
So when Jay, did you have something?
No, I was just speaking of the money. I'm trying to get the real understanding of I always say it wrong, the paying tithes. If I don't pay, is that frowned upon? And then the flip side of that, where does that money supposed to go to? Is it all going to the pastor, the bishop? Do you have a percentage that's supposed to go back to your people that's in your congregation? Like, I want to understand the paying, because Mike don't believe in paying. I just don't understand. Is it mandatory? Like, can you break that down a little bit?
Yeah. What tithes and offerings are for, where I'm serving, is for the upkeep of the building, to take care of people like musicians, you know, insurance, all of the stuff that's necessary. Because if you don't have anybody giving, you don't have these things that, you know, to take care of your building. But it should not be to where you get, you know, as a leader, you get 100% of the tithing. I think that there's a portion of it that should come to you if you're being paid by the church. But some of these guys are so big that they don't take a salary from the church. They only take $1, and then they have so many other streams of income that then they don't have to pay taxes on what they get through the church. But what they then do is they take the other streams of income and then they validate their lifestyle by their other stream of incomes. Like I know a couple of pastors got $1 million deals on books. I know some that write movies. I know some that has residuals coming in from movies. I know a lot of people say, well, what are they doing with all that money? Well, they created other streams of income. And so what that basically means, a lot of them, you know, they go in hard and they sell out to the world system. But to answer your part about tithing is supposed to take care of the Lord's business, the Lord's house, his business. He said in Malachi that it should be done in order to take care, that it might be meat in his house, that there might be places in his house where people can get their needs taken care of. And the problem was in Malachi it wasn't the people that God was angry with. He was mad with the priest because the priest was fleecing the people. And so he said, you rob me. Every day you rob me. And how you rob me is in your tithes and in your offering. And so now think about this. There's two ways to rob. You could do it by, you could just basically walk in and take it, or you could assault. You know, you could have something dangerous to possibly take a person's life. This is what God says. God says, you have assaulted me in my own house.
But if Mike don't pay, can he go to your church? Can he go to, like, if somebody
listen, you want air in the church or not?
I'm trying to understand if I don't pay, can I go?
You know, I would love to have Mike because he's a thinker. He's not only a learner, he's a thinker.
What you saying? I'm not a thinker? I don't think. I think.
No, I'm
playing. Go ahead.
Hey, you're a comedian. You're a comedian, and I'm half.
I'm not. Mike is a comedian. I think he coming about to pop back on, but go ahead. I just want to know because he's against it, and I'm trying to fully understand. Can I go to a church if I don't pay? Am I frowned upon? Or do
so you saying
do
pay? Like you saying pay, but he's telling you what the tithes are for. Now I'm sorry, Bishop. He like air in the church. So if you like air in the church, yes, you need to tithe because the church got to have lights. The church has to operate.
Yes.
You want a parking space at the church? You know the people out there with the telling you which way to go. Everything works for the greater good of the church for it to operate. So if you want to sit in that pew and have some air coming down on your back in the summer months in July, August, tithe, Jay. Tithe into the church, please.
I'm just trying to understand because I know Mike always had a different viewpoint, and I just wanted to make sure that his views and opinions were expressed. But I think he dropped off for right now.
Can you tie it into people? So say you're somebody like Jay Black who says, I want to give back, I want to do the Lord's work, but I don't want to give it to the church because I don't know if my money is being used properly or not. Do you think that using the word tithing, can you tie it into people who are in need?
I think there's always a need for helping the poor, helping somebody in need. I wouldn't necessarily say tithing, but what I would actually say is you use whatever God gives you to bless a person. But at the same time, you just make sure that you're doing it from your heart and not out of spite. Just because you don't see the results you want from the church, you shouldn't just say, well, I'm giving my money somewhere else. That's not right. But what you should do is try to find out what's going on with it. And there should be some, you have the right, once, if you're starting to give and stuff like that, you have a right to ask a question about where things are going,
Jay Black ain't tithing like $100. We're talking about $20, Bishop. He parting ways about $5 or $20. He parting ways about $5 or $20. So he want control over how y'all spend his $5. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm letting you know that, Bishop.
I would like to know how it's going to be spent. I mean, that is something that people may think. So that was always the thought in my head too.
But you know what I would do with you, brother? I would let you come with me, and I tell you to, okay, let's take your money and you give it to whoever you want to give it to. And I'll be there with you, and I'll bless your giving it to them. That's how I can help you. Because most people will say, man, you're supposed to give that money to the church. But what about when Jesus said to those people, those young people that was playing around him, and the disciples were arguing about position and all that stuff. And Jesus pulled a child right up to him and he said, except you become like this child, you can't even see the kingdom. And you know what my message would be on that part? At what point did you grow up that you don't need Jesus anymore? That you're so grown that you don't need God in your life anymore. So always follow God with your giving, with your life, and everything. He'll lead you in the right place. There was some times where Jesus gave people stuff that didn't have to go through the church. So
and absolutely. It don't say itemize in the Bible, Jay Black. It say God like a cheerful giver. He like a happy giver, Jay Black.
Do they share how much the bills cost? Like, what is the mortgage? What is the electric bill? Like, if that's not public knowledge, because I don't know. These are just the thoughts. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just really.
Now the trustee board and the deacon board about to come get you, because now you
always wonder if you're getting X amount of dollars, and then all right, this monthly expense to take care of the church is this. How are we dividing the other funds up? Is it really helping that family that came to, that's a member and supporting them? Is it how much is going to the, the pastor, the bishops, the deacon board, or is that divided? I always just wondered those thoughts. How is it broke down? I mean, they don't have to share, obviously, but I'm like, well, wait.
It's budgeted. It's a yearly budget that is set. You know about how much your monthly bills are costing you every month. And you have that, but some months you're going to get enough to cover those bills, and some months you're not, so Then you have to, if you don't get enough this month, then you have to ask God to help you for the next month. So sometimes they'll double up. God will double up on you. You know, it's just important to never forget why you're doing it.
Gotcha.
And I think that's the whole problem. You can forget why you're doing what you do. And that's always to please God. So.
No, it makes sense. I'm just not the right person to lead this dialogue because Mike is. I haven't been to church in forever. I when I used to go, I used to love the word, and I wanted a younger pastor, and I liked the choir. That was always my two things. I need the younger pastor to hear the word, and I need a dope choir. Those are my requirements. And
but there's nothing wrong with that because that means that you've identified how you are able to receive the word. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's something wrong with staying at a church where you're not being fed. You know, and there is something called being stagnant in church. If you're somewhere where the pastor is not resonating with you, like, forgive me for ageism, but you know, sometimes you can have a church that's so old and the pastor's still talking about, you know, things that were relevant in the 70s, and you might be sitting there dumbfounded because you're like, what? So it might be the fact that you just have those issues because you're not sitting in a church that's feeding you or that you're able to identify with. So it's okay to find your home church or somewhere where you feel comfortable at, where you can receive the word the way you need to.
Is that the only reason why you don't go to church?
No, it's excuses for convenience. Just being honest. Like, all right, am I going to really go around and find the right church that I'm comfortable and I don't feel judged? Because they say come as you are, but does it really come as you are? And then you knew walking in, and I don't know. I just got to feel comfortable in certain environments as well. I have requirements. I know I shouldn't have requirements. I'm not the wrong. I'm the wrong person for this. Why am I doing?
You even got to be.
You the right person for this.
No, it's Mike.
Wait a minute, Jay's getting some therapy. Keep going, Jay.
But you know what, Brother Jay, Shawnee, she could tell you, I'm very unorthodox. I don't walk around in my collar, though I have them. If you generally come where I'm at, I'm generally in slacks and a shirt and vest. That's about the extent of it. I do more teaching than I do preaching. I like to make people feel comfortable. I'm not pushy. I don't look for membership. I look for you to come and get the word and go home and be happy. You never hear me get up and say, well, I need your membership or something like that. You don't hear me do all that. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't. It's because if that's the reason why my motivations are to preach, it's just to get people to become where I'm at and not get them to see who God is, then I've lost you already. So my thing is that where you are, let me meet you where you are and let me walk you down this road and let's do it together. And I can tell you a thing or two because I'm like the insurance commercial, because I could tell you a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. Brother, I've been doing this a long time, man. I started preaching when I was 12 years old, and I've been pastoring for over 40 years. So wow. I could tell you, man. I could tell you a thing or two, bro. So, and the reason why I like who I am is because I'm in a hoodie. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means I'm not the starchy bishop. So
you listen.
Bishop about that life. He about that life. You're telling you. He about that life.
Do you listen to hip hop or R&B? Or is it okay to listen to music like that?
Yeah, I think it's okay. I think that more than anything else is that, as long as you could handle the mental strain of it. Most people, they get into the beat of it, but they don't really pay attention to the lyrics when the lyrics get off inside of them, and they don't know how to make the difference. A lot of these kids, man, they take these rappers seriously, and then they end up doing some things like the rappers say, and the rappers really don't feel that way. You know, just different little stuff that goes on, you know, and they just selling records, man. You know, but you know, to answer your question, I think it's okay.
All right, so Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, you got to pick Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. Who we going with?
I pick both of them. I like
both of them. Wait a minute, Bishop. What you mean? You
wait.
Cardi and Nicki? Now you can only have one.
You only have one.
Oh, he said Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. I said both of them. So
if you had to make one if you had to make one of them, I don't know if you married Bishop, but if you know, hypothetically speaking,
I'm married.
If you wasn't happily married, hypothetically speaking, if you had to pick one for your first wife, for your first the first lady, the first lady.
Yeah. I'm married for over 40 years, and I don't think I changed that. So,
but if you had to, like, if Sister Sharon wasn't there, is Nicki or Cardi gonna be the first lady at FAM, the fictitious FAM?
Well, it would probably be Nicki, because because she's a little bit more settled than Cardi. Cardi, she's out there. She's out. But Cardi, she'll get me out there and she'll make me act like a thug out there.
now you're married, and we know, and I'm not saying your church, but you know, we know that some churches can get a little messy when it comes to extramarital affairs and things like that. How do you avoid all of those? Like, you know, a man in power, certain positions within in the church. How do you avoid those type of things? Because people come to you for counsel, you know, to cry on your shoulder, to tell you their deepest, most darkest, and those are places of vulnerability. How do you avoid that?
Yeah,
those troubles.
Well, what I normally do is, when it comes to counseling, I used to do a lot of the counseling myself. I've gotten away from it, you know, here as of lately, because I have so many other things that I have to do. You know, I write books. I got some books. I do different things, and that doesn't mean I don't have time for my congregation. But when I get ready to counsel people, I tell them that if I'm going to do the counseling, I got two things. I got my opinion, and I have the Word of God. And then I'm not going to choose your side, and I'm not going to choose his side. But I require both of y'all to be here. You know, I'm not going to counsel without that other person not being there. Whether you're there and then you're not there, I still won't do no counseling. So it's unfair to go into a counseling session with somebody that won't even get in the ring to talk about it. And that's just a waste of time. And then after you get in there and you say, okay, after you allowed me to go through all of this teaching and training and all this stuff, and then you say, well, I'm gonna do it this way anyway. Then why did you come to me? You know,
well, that doesn't mean that is correct, though, right? It still is, and it just, like you said, his opinions, and that don't always mean that it's right. I can still go back to do it the way I want to do it. But
case in point, why I'm not sending you to none of my colleagues, J Black. Case in point.
That's wrong of me to think that. Like I can get your opinion and your advice, but that means I have to take it.
Because you're seeking a higher counsel, because clearly you need the help. So if you're trusting in somebody to seek counseling in, why would you thwart those efforts and go and just still do your own thing? Why did you waste that person's time, that person's energy that they're trying to invest and put into you to help you be a better person, or to help you get over whatever it is that you want, just to go do your own thing? That means you're not even doing the homework. You're not even trying. You're not even saying, let me see, well, you know, it ain't been working how I'm doing it.
I think by me being there is trying. I think by me being open to listen to the dialogue, but although if I truly ultimately disagree and want to go a different path, I gave it a shot. I just disagreed. So is that wrong of me for disagreeing? And you saying that it is, and I disagree with you.
Not trying to do the home, meaning like if you go and he tell you something and he say, I'm gonna send you home with some homework. I need you to do X, Y, Z in this order. And you say, well, I heard what you said, but I think this way is better. And you don't even try to do the homework assignment that he done told you.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Showing up is just showing up.
Yeah. But that
don't mean that you're trying.
Let me give it to you like this. One day I had a sales paper that I had an item in the store that I needed real quick, and this about 4 blocks from my house the store is. And so I get down there and I get this item and in the sales paper, it was on sale. And I get up to the cash register with it and it rings up full price. And I'm standing there, I'm arguing with the girl about giving me this item on sale. Mm-hmm. And so I know the manager. So after about 15 minutes of arguing, telling her that was false advertisement and why she can't just give it to me on sale. And I'm just standing there arguing with her. And so, and I told her, I said, oh, I know the manager. I said, call the manager. And so he came out. He said, oh, here's Bishop. What's wrong now, Bishop? What's wrong now? There's always something wrong. So they threw my antennas up, And he said, what's wrong? And I told him, I said, if you don't want a lawsuit about false advertisement, you better let me have this at, sales price. And he said, that ain't no problem. So he gave her an overring. And then, he signed off on it. And there I had it. After 25 minutes, okay. And then I asked him, I said, why come she couldn't do that? Mm-hmm. And he said, first of all, she wasn't at the meeting when it came out. And then he said, second of all, that whatever the cash registered as, that's the price that she has to sell it at. Mm-hmm. Because if not, it comes out of her check.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Wow.
And then I got it in my head right then. It was like a light turned on. Don't waste time arguing and fussing with people that does not have the power or the authority to get you to your next destination in life.
I like that.
That's a word.
He had that epiphany.
That's a word.
See, you could be going to a counseling session when you already got your mind made up to do something else. So it's best to go on and do that and what you got in mind to do. Because if you're gonna waste time and it's not gonna get me nothing better, and it's not gonna get you nothing better, that's wasted time. So it's important. It's important that we don't waste time, man. All of us start out with the same amount of time every morning. But it's what we do with that time throughout the day that makes us different from everybody else.
Awesome. Well, we thank you. And you said, is the show Shiny? When is the show on?
Every Thursday, 7 p.m. right here on Media Room 360. And you can also catch it on the Full Armor Ministries Facebook page. And I believe we're on the Full Armor Ministry Facebook page, or just search everything Media Room 360 TV.
Awesome. Thank you, Bishop, for coming on this morning. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Bishop. We'll see you on Thursday.
Yes.
All right. So, Shiny, let's take. Thank you, Shiny. We take a quick break. Come back with Legend with the Sexy Mo. I know I got to run with a doctor's appointment. We'll see if Mike Shawn will be back, but we'll be back in like 3 minutes, right? It's Michael Shawn
3 minutes.
And the Takeover Legends. We'll be back. Allegedly the Sexy Mo.
Yeah. Thank you, Bishop.
You're welcome.
Hey, this is Shawn the Voice Robinson. I love tuning in to Mike Shawn and the Takeover Legends. These guys are phenomenal, super funny. It starts my day. I'm having my coffee, but they're so funny. I got to bring the popcorn out. Popcorn and coffee time with Mike Shawn and the Takeover Legends.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. How crowded is your DM on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many athletes?
And do you check them?
Are in your DM? Like, I know it's got to be like a traffic jam in your DM right now. And I know they got to be here with no disrespect intended, but
No,
I'm
no,
shooting my shot.
no. My stuff's dry.
No.
No way.
No.
You can say everything except my stuff is dry.
No
You can say
way.
whatever you want. You
Let
can.
me say my DMs. My DMs. I will tell you this though. Whoever does try to step, it would have to be very strong. No, you have to have a lot of confidence to come into this circle.
Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael, Shawn, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael, Shawn. Yeah.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.
Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
I'm going to tap in for sure.
All right, we are back. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, and the ovaries have taken over the show. It's all about us now. This is what's up. I'm Shawn.
I don't even know how it feels with no damn testosterone in the building.
I know.
It feels freeing.
Listen, now we can do what they do to us when
ain't
we're
no
not on the
control.
show, because they be talking about us so bad. I don't
roll
know
the balls
what
on out of
happened.
here. Roll the balls on out of here.
Yeah, Mike must not have charged his phone or his laptop all unprepared. Jay Black, you know, ain't got his schedule right. Talking about, I got a doctor's appointment. I gotta get to my doctor's appointment.
He got more doctor's appointments in a little bit. I ain't never seen nobody that had that many doctor's appointments.
I know. I'm like, what is going on with you, Jay Black? But we got to get into allegedly. Oh, we got one of them back, girl. We thought we was
who coming back. Damn, you know what? We can't.
I don't think we should bring him up.
I thought we was gonna roll the balls on out of here and
it just be about the ovaries today. Last 30 minutes.
I think he sensed it.
Let's see.
Yo.
I knew it was too good to be true.
Y'all can do the ovary show.
It's too good to be true.
You got your stuff set up right now.
Oh, no. We that's what happens when you're the only person that pays bills in the house. So
wait.
Oh,
dang. They cut you off.
They cut you off.
They cut it off, and I was like, okay, I have no idea what to do. So I don't even, because I just moved back to Jersey.
Yes.
So I don't even know the ins and outs on what cable company.
Yes.
Like
you had to go and look on the box. You had to go look on the box.
Yeah, I gotta look on. I was like, what? I don't even know what the balance is. I was like, I'm mad. We even got who still has a cable bill? You know what I'm saying? Like a cable with channels. I was like, what the fuck? I mean,
yeah, that's an unnecessary bill. You might want to cut that off now. You back home.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You might just want to get internet options and just stream like everybody else doing now.
So I don't even know what happened to the pastor. He was so good.
The bishop was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all
he gave Jay Black some insight too.
We have to have him come back.
Yeah, tell him I apologize. Amen. I apologize. It wasn't my it was my bad. I didn't pay. I didn't pay my tithes or my cable bill. So
that's the
so
maybe God is trying to tell you something. Oh, you know what? So Jay asked him a question: Nicki Minaj or Cardi B? Who does he listen to? Or who would he choose? And he chose both, and we were like, "No, if one of them had to be the first lady, who would be the first lady? Who do you think he picked as who would be the first lady? Cardi B or Nicki?"
Who did he pick? I'll say Cardi.
No, he said she in them streets too much. He'd have to go with Nicki.
He said Nicki is a little bit more settled.
All right, he don't know what the fuck he talking about.
That's
okay,
what the bishop said.
That's what he said. Okay, I mean, God bless the bishop. He not supposed to know enough. He not supposed to know these chicks like that.
He said he married and he a man of the cloth, but he ain't dead now. He ain't dead. He said he got eyes.
Yeah, so we'll have to have him come back one day.
Yeah, we gotta have him come back.
Yeah, Mike preoccupied. Let's get into allegedly with Sexy Mo. Some of these stories.
So where'd Jay Black go?
He had a doctor's appointment.
He had the doctor's appointment. Oh, so
another doctor's appointment.
Go ahead, knock it out. I gotta
like
read
the third one
this
this week.
text. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on with
Okay,
Jay.
come on, roll in allegedly with Sexy. Some of these stories might have to...
Some of this might be a lie. Some of it might be true. But we can renege on every damn thing because we're telling you it's all allegedly.
I'm getting a real intro because I'm working on that. I'm taking all artists, R&B singers, rappers. Somebody create me another intro. Somebody who doesn't need an introduction, that's Columbus Short. He stays getting into some type of trouble with domestic dispute or some type of sexual allegation. Last week, he was arrested in a domestic violence issue. And he's finally speaking about it. He's saying like, look, marriages, they change. He said, I'm not abusive. I'm not on drugs. I do drink a little bit. He said, and when I drink, I get a little twisted and things happen and things were said. But he said right now they're working on their marriage. But he wants to make it clear that he's not a woman abuser, despite what the reports are reading.
So why are they painting? Because didn't he have some? Is this the same wife or is this the second wife?
So I don't think that this is the first wife. I don't think this is the same wife from before, because he was accused before of domestic violence against his wife.
Yeah, didn't he have his wife, the first wife, black with curly hair? I think she was an actress too.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Now this is the current wife.
And who is this doing the beating?
Columbus Short. Him.
Oh yeah, his wild ass.
So
he got a whole nother shit going on.
Popular with what's the show? Scandal.
Yeah. Scandal. He was in the Step movie. He was in Columbus Short has been in quite a few films. He's low key a good actor, but he just can't keep his personal life and his drinking under control.
Columbus, get it together.
Columbus is, like, he did some Michael Shawn shit. Like, he was on the hottest show in the fucking country. And he fucked it up. Like, shit happens. Now I'm watching him on stuff that, is like on, and no disrespect.
B-list.
He's on Tubi.
And BET Plus movies.
Yeah, he's on BET Plus, Tubi, and I'm on BET. I'm on Tubi. So there's a problem when you went from Scandal to being on the same streaming thing that I'm on. But and he is a really good actor. That's the crazy thing. He really does. He's like our version of Cuba Gooding Jr. Like, people forget Cuba started wilding, started grabbing white girls and doing all types of crazy stuff, and then after doing everything he did. So it's a shame. Hopefully he'll get back.
How to Get Away with Murder. I mean, like, he's been on some great things. I just think that he may have a drinking problem. If his drinking is like that and it's getting him into domestic disputes, and he's having to put out statements like this to kind of do damage control, this is probably his first step to probably having to go into some type of rehab situation and to avoid jail time or having to actually go through those domestic violence.
Damn, homie.
So I'll be following that story. He's finally issued this statement, so we'll see how that goes. But y'all comedians are something else. Y'all are funny, but my man Kevin Hart has taken funny to a whole nother level. Him and Nick Cannon got a lot of friendly banter going back and forth. But when I saw that Kevin's latest stunt involved sending Nick Cannon a vending machine full of nothing but Magnum condoms, I thought that was over the top. That was bigger than his billboard putting up his cell phone number like he did last time, and basically said, now you ain't got no excuse because you got all the condoms for free. Talking about Nick Cannon having all of these babies by all of these different women. So I thought that was a very funny thing. And this is what y'all do with y'all money.
I know. I wish I had money like that so I could play tricks on you.
Yeah, why can't I have that much money to just have some fun and play some good pranks on some of my friends?
I know. Send you a vending machine full of roses. I mean, I'm just saying, vending machine full of bundles.
Yeah, that's some good friend shit. Send me a machine that got lashes, bundles and some other things in a rose. Send me something like that. That's good friend shit.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level. I was about to slip up and say something. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, that's a whole nother level. The God bless, they're having a good time. Go ahead, Nick and Kev, and y'all enjoy yourselves.
But they play some high level pranks on each other, and I just keep saying to myself, okay, it gets better and better, and when you think that he can't top himself any higher, you see, all right, this is over the top.
Yeah, really. Uh-oh, Mike froze. Look at this look. I need to screenshot this. Let me screenshot this and save this.
I don't know what company he has for internet services.
Let's take him down. We ain't gonna.
But he done paid the bill, y'all. He done paid the bill.
Yeah, why y'all cutting his service off?
He done paid the bill. They still messing. With him. It is one of them days.
I think we all delirious.
Well, I'm really delirious, Shawnee. American Airlines had a big fiasco this weekend, and I was actually caught up in it. They canceled all of their flights, but what they do is they canceled their flights and they automatically put you on another flight. So that ain't nothing wrong with that. You think that's okay. But when they put you on another flight scheduled for the day after or 2 days after your original flight, where are you supposed to stay?
What, 2 days?
2 days. Yes. Some people were in the airport for 3 days. Now they issue you a hotel voucher if it was something wrong with them. So if it was something wrong with the plane, the personnel, but if it was weather, you on your own. If they decide not to fly, you on your own.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, so they canceled a lot of flights. And so the flight that I finally got on, it was, of course, full to capacity. But it was something very interesting. This woman sat down next to me. I'm thinking she's taking her seat. Her husband was standing up. And so the flight attendant came back on and she says, well, did y'all decide? And so he says, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and she's going to stay. So I said, that's your wife? He said, yeah, we're married. And she's just going to have to stay in the airport overnight and try to catch the flight out tomorrow.
What?
So I'm like, a black man, and they, it was an interracial relationship. Not that should have anything to do with it, because a man should be a man. But the black man that was sitting adjacent to us says, "Man, you can't leave your wife. Like, you can't leave your wife in the airport overnight and just go home with all of this uncertainty. She ain't even got a seat to get on the next day, a guaranteed seat." So it was just weird. So what I did, because sometimes God tapped me on my shoulder and say, be a good Samaritan. And so I said, all right, look, I'll get up. I've already been waiting. I'm already on a standby flight for, the early morning. I can stay in the airport for a few hours. It's not a problem. Go ahead and switch out because I can get a hotel voucher. Got off the plane. and the flight attendant who was at the front, he was, part of the community, and he was like, "Girl, if you don't get your ass back on that plane," he was like, "I ain't got no seat for you. You better get back on that plane. You already taken care of. Get back on the plane." So I got back on the plane, and of course, the young lady had to come back off the plane. But I said, if my husband ever just left my ass, it would be a big problem.
So you said this was okay. So this was a black couple. No, it wasn't a black couple because the wife would have been like, "Hell no, I ain't staying up in this
wife
thing."
was black. The wife was black,
Girl,
and the husband was white.
And the front door.
And so the black man who was sitting there watching all of this unfold said, "Man, you can't leave your wife. Like, no, you can't leave your wife." And sure enough, whatever they had talked about, she got her ass up and walked off that plane and sat in the airport overnight.
My God,
without a ticket or a way to get home.
That is freaking amazing.
I
because
said,
I
"Ooh."
would have thought that he would have been like, "Well, no, I'm gonna stay here with you. We'll just wait together." You don't just leave your wife. But I mean, you don't know what circumstances they had going on at their house.
American Airlines had everybody chopped and screwed over the weekend. I had a full-fledged preferred ticket. I wasn't even in economy, and they bounced me down to another ticket or whatever. So the airport was crazy in Miami over the weekend, and it wasn't just the weather. I think American Airlines had a shortage of personnel. And so the flights were all jacked up. But yeah, I said, how the hell you leave your wife in another state, not knowing whether or not she was going to be able to get on the next plane or not, sleeping in the airport for you to go back to y'all comfy bed?
Well, maybe he had to get back to work.
Damn,
if he the breadwinner and he making all the money, maybe he had to get back so he could get to work. I don't know.
Damn that.
But the guys gave you a hard time for not being here.
Did they?
Listen, they say, this is what they say when you ain't here. They say, Mo always got a story, Shawnee. You don't understand. This been going on for 20 years. She'll say, y'all ain't gonna believe this. And you do say, y'all ain't gonna believe this.
That's why I be screenshotting.
I said, but she can't control what's going on at the airport. Nah, Shawnee, you don't understand. Mo, the same person that walked into the studio walking all fast with her fur coat and them 6-inch heels on, talking about, y'all ain't gonna believe it.
Listen, I was, you know what, and they can't, and really not Michael Shawn so much, but it was that damn Jay Black who used to give me hell. I used to run from my graduate school program to rush through traffic to get on air at night, and the saying was traffic was crazy, because it was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. It was rush hour traffic. I was coming from, begging my teacher not to, knock my grade down because I was leaving class early.
Because you had to get to work.
Jay Black, you don't be knowing my life. So now all the time I got to make sure I got receipts, because Jay Black be like, what happened now, Mo?
Yeah,
but don't nobody be questioning your damn 50,011 doctor appointments.
I know he got 1 million doctor's appointments. So now that makes sense, because I'd be wondering, why is she sending me why is she sending us a screenshot of this stuff?
Because Jay Black, I'm traumatized.
What it is.
I'm traumatized. I can tell you what it is, but Jay Black be like, I ain't see no proof. I ain't see no receipts. You know how he mumble up on this damn breath.
Yeah, they was talking about the weather wasn't bad in Miami. It wasn't no ice storm in Miami.
It wasn't. It was the damn air. It was the damn airlines, and I think my layover was supposed to be DFW. And so it was okay because I was like, if I get to DFW and if I got to sit there for 10 hours, I could get Shawnee to come get me, and I'm good until I got to, get back on a flight. It was like, can't get you to DFW.
So we are planning the trip to New York. I'm planning a trip over there because Mike is playing the Apollo May 13th.
What?
So, yeah, he's playing Apollo May 13th. So anybody that wants to go, you just go and book your flight.
Oh yeah, and get your ticket.
We can make it a whole thing like we would do here in Dallas when he plays the Improv. May 13th, that's a Friday. Mike is playing the Apollo in Harlem, New York. Viewers, you guys are more than welcome to come. You got to set up your own travel arrangements, okay? You need to go to apollo.com. I think that's their website. And make sure you purchase your tickets for the events, okay? But the plan is for everybody to be there to support Mike while he does his thing at the Apollo.
That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. I don't think that's his first time at the Apollo either. I don't think people know how big Mike is. Mike is a superstar.
Yeah, he really is
everywhere. Not just not just Dallas. I know Dallas love him. I know Dallas Fort Worth love him. But Mike is a superstar everywhere. I have seen him go into rooms and dap it up with people, and I'm like, how the hell you know him or how you know her? Mike. People love Mike. People love Mike. So I'm excited.
So Kelly's coming. Kevin Kirksey's coming. DJ Slow Your Roll's coming.
We're gonna have a whole takeover legend section.
Yeah, okay. Kelly's gonna do Kelly J on the go takeovers Times Square. That'll be cool. She's gonna come out and do like a man on the street in Times Square. That'll be nice, Kelly.
Amazing. That is gonna be amazing.
Can we buy tickets now? Jacqueline, I don't know. I gotta look on the site and see. Mike and I just started talking about it yesterday, but I want to get everybody time to make arrangements. It's May 13th. That's a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna turn all the way up. There's some other things I want to do while I'm there as well.
Make sure y'all get y'all fake vaccination cards.
Oh, we got to have that.
So in New York, it is a vaccination state, and so going into restaurants and different venues, they do ask for your vaccination card.
Okay, so yeah, we got to look at the Apollo.
But Jay Black know a guy who know a guy who knows.
Girl, we not supposed. No, he don't. We can't say that on here. They be watching.
My cousin Vinny knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
I'm gonna see him in Atlantic City. Oh yeah, and the week before that, he's doing Atlantic City. Is it Atlantic City? Is he doing Atlantic City?
He's on a tour. I know he's doing. I know he's scheduled to do Punchline in Philadelphia. I'm not sure when that is.
I think his birthday. He's doing Atlantic City. March 2nd is his birthday, but
March 2nd is his birthday.
But March 3rd, I think, is the date that he's doing Atlantic City. I don't know. I gotta ask him again. I gotta ask him again. So we'll see. Oh, May 7th. She says May 7th. Well,
but definitely New York where it's a go, right? New York is definitely
New York is a go. We are there. There's driving in New York, girl.
Kelly from Texas. I'm gonna need for you to get on somebody's airline. I'm gonna need for. I don't care if it's Spirit. I don't care if they put you on a wing with a goddamn seatbelt. You cannot drive from Texas to New York.
Too far, and girl, I don't want to take that road trip with you. I'm sorry, I can't.
Shawnee said, "Count her out."
I can't do. I like road trips, but I'm not. I'm trying to fly in.
Not that one.
Get there Thursday night. Do some stuff, and then Sunday we fly back out.
That's
the trip. Yeah,
that's the
mine
move.
Is winning right now, Kelly. That's what needs to happen. Yeah. So
Shawnee said the way her back is set up, the way that right knee is set up, sitting in the car for 20 hours ain't the move. It's not the move.
And I've done that before. Drove from Texas to New Jersey.
Yeah, I've driven that. I've driven from Arkansas to New Jersey by myself. And when I tell you the trauma, I'd never do that again. I'll never ever do that long of a drive ever again. My body ain't set up for that.
Kelly got time on her hands. She said her homegirl said she arrived with her. All right, girl. Well, I'll see you in the Apple, in the Big Apple.
In the Apple.
But I'm debating, should I stay in? That's what I needed to talk to Mike about, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna have some other stuff going on. So should we stay in Jersey or stay in
the city? Because I mean, if you're coming in and you're only gonna be there for that night, and then the next day you're gonna leave, stay in the city. It's not worth traveling back and forth.
We coming in Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna stay the whole weekend. We're not gonna come back to Texas till Sunday.
I mean, you can stay in Jersey City, which is right across the water. But I mean, if you're gonna go to the Apollo, I mean, I don't like driving into the city. Those who know New York traffic, the train is the way to go. Catch a train into Times Square, and then just take an Uber or a Lyft or something like that.
Yeah, everywhere else. When is Mike coming to the Punchline? I don't know.
Right.
But you know what, Nikki? What I'll do is I'll get his entire schedule and we'll start posting it so people can know.
Yes, because we're trying to support. We try. I mean, that'll be fun. We can have our own little takeover section
at the Apollo. Yeah, we got a photo out. Mark, if you on here, you and your wife need to come. Mark is our official photographer. All right, Kelly gonna be there Thursday to Sunday. So yeah, and I definitely want to be a part of Kelly's Man on the Street.
Now that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
That's going to be exciting because New York got a lot of eclectic and different people. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah. We stayed in New Jersey near the airport. Nice.
Newark.
All right. Yeah.
Right. Commuting to New York that's a whole nother. If you get your hotel for New York early, you might be able to get a good rate. Go on Priceline, get like a bundle package or something like that. But staying in Jersey over here on my side and commuting is a little different.
Bit much.
It's a bit much.
Oh, look at Miss Kathy. She had her own personal driver. Miss Kathy be balling out of control.
Yeah, we know you rich. Yeah, look, she already done told us she paying off a house. She about to retire. We know you got big money, Kathy.
Girl, yeah.
Personal driver.
I know, a personal driver in NY. Okay. Well, Mo, we did it.
Yes, we did. We made it
without the balls. Made it without the ball. So now this is the messed up part, y'all, because I can't never remember his closing. How we end the show. Love me for who I am,
not who you want me to be.
Not who you want me to be. Be happy.
Fight for everything you love. You fight for your parking space. You fight for the biggest slice of pizza, the biggest slice of cake,
the biggest piece of chicken. I can't remember the rest.
I can't be nobody but who you want me. I can't be who you want me to be. I can only be me. It's been a great show. God bless. Thank you for coming out. And good night.
Good night. It's Michael Shawn, the Takeover Legends, Sexy Mo, Shawnee Scott, Jay Black.
Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.